Dirty engineer boy. Circle.
The Beat Club.
Oh, mama, I just shot a man down.
The Beat Club.
Oof. Mama, I just shot a man down.
We are the creators of the Stu Beat Showcase, and we bring to you
the Beat Club podcast,
Where producers are heard.
the best place to hear new beat makers from around the globe.
here we keep it real about the music.
Keep these beats or we cut it. Simple and plain. With the help of our special guests and listeners worldwide.
If you wish to join our Beat Club Podcast community, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Beat Club Podcast.
And join our private producer group on Facebook by searching
The Stu:"Beat Club. Check 1 2, check 1 2. What it do, everybody? How's everybody doing today? It's your boy D Loops, aka Do It All Loops. I'm here with the bro.
Trench Got Game was good.
Motivate Marin is still motivating at this moment, but welcome to another wonderful Sunday. It's hot as hell outside, but it's okay because we're gonna share this day with some friends, man. We got the homie J Hatch on the line. Clap it up one time for J Hatch, man. Clap it up one time. Make sure I get the sound.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
With some oomph behind
With a big fake crowd in the back.
Correctly. Jay, man, how are you doing today, bro?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. I appreciate, guys having me on again. I always have an amazing time. You always put me on some new producers. You know how I do. I've been advocating for producers for the last, almost three decades, man. So, it's great to have people that got to keep my ears clean. You know what I mean?
You said 3 decades. You showing your age right now, man. But bro, good, man.
Listen,
good.
I can't even hide it anymore, bro. I'm gonna be 52 in November, so
for real.
I keep rocking. Real rap, yeah.
Oh man, that's what's up.
You got grays in the bed. I can't see.
Hold on, he's doing.
I can't see.
Nah, he's getting. Yeah. There's a few there.
I take
every decade.
The beard dye helps out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. It's good to see you. I look back on our last time talking. It was almost 150 Sundays ago.
God damn.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, man. Crazy, but it's good to see you. It's good to have you on the show. I really like to just tapping in with you and just finding out what's new and what's going on. Usually we go around the room and see what's going on. I'm just checking with Trench to see how he's doing today. Trench, what's going on with you, bro? What's popping?
Man, I can't complain, man. I'm blessed. Blessed like a mug. living life and getting old gracefully. That's what we doing nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Trent's got the grades too. I see what's
Yeah,
going
I got hella grades, man. They sprinkled all here, salt and peppered up, man. I'm gonna be full grade before 50. I'm pretty sure of it. And I'm looking forward.
Full gray? Gonna walk the Silver Fox? Ain't gonna dye your shit?
Here. Nah, I'm not gonna dye it.
Nah,
I'm gonna let it go.
I respect that when a man doesn't dye his drink. Just keep go Silver Fox on him real
might
quick.
Get the white waves. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I've never seen white waves before. I've never seen white waves.
If my hair stays alone.
Yeah. See, the difference though is he got hair though. I don't have it.
Oh, is that why you got the cap on?
I gotta keep. Yeah, I gotta keep the grays. Keep the grays undertone down here, so the rest of me,
man, still look young
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate
it. Old anyways.
It ain't. So it ain't. He in his prime.
Exactly, man. But yeah, so Trench, man, you know, we chilled yesterday, had a good time.
For sure, we did.
Had some tequila and you know, had a good time. I'm glad you're not blasted or anything today because I wanted to make sure we was in like prime shape when Jay gets on the show.
Yeah, my girl be trying to set me up. Besides,
it was a good time though. It was a good time.
All right.
And then over here, man, I'm good as well. Great week. I've been reminding folks, we got 6. Let me make sure I got it right. We got 6 Saturdays left before summer is over. I'm telling people that right now. So don't be living for the weekend. Get it in today. Squeeze in a Tuesday, squeeze in a Thursday or something. Live it up because
for sure.
September is around the corner. You already know once you make it over that hump called July 4th, it gets real. So definitely live it up as much as you possibly can because 6 Saturdays is not a lot.
It's not a lot. It flies by quick as hell too.
Absolutely. So just get it in. Jay, man, what you been doing for the summer, fam? You been doing something to kind of like take advantage of it, or it's just been work?
Man, you know me. I'm a workaholic at heart, but you know, now I'm wifed up, so you know, my girl got us on little dates and all kinds of things going on. Gave her my schedule, so now she posting like, okay, we're gonna go to the gym today. We're gonna go to the beach today. We're gonna go to, you know, I'm giving a little of my guard down so that way she could help me get some life, you know, life into the game. But yeah, you know, just really focusing on creative space. Just did a big event in the UK for the first time in London.
Dope.
About to head to Toronto in August, and then we come back and we have New York, Vegas, Miami, and we close the year out in LA. And you know, we're doing that. I got a new distribution channel through Vidya where we actually are able to put out, you know, music on our own through our camps as well as just people that we truly believe in. We also have the ability to potentially add budgets to that. And then I've also recently launched on June 14th the Creative Space podcast. So we're kind of talking more about the people behind the scenes, the entrepreneurs, everybody from the managers to the engineers to people that don't necessarily always get to shine, but definitely have that game to give, you know, so that people see things from different angles and don't just think, oh, I'm just a rapper, I got to do this, or I'm just a producer, I'm stuck in this box. So we kind of like make people kind of get out of their own way and find new ways to spark motivation within their journeys.
And he finds all this time to still go out on dates with his girl. That's crazy. That sounds like a lot, man. We're gonna dive into all that as well, so we can expand upon that as well. Because I see you doing a lot. I always salute the people that are constantly contributing to the culture and also bringing people with them as well, man. So just salute to you for just doing that for over 3 decades, man.
Yeah, man. Salute to you for
almost
blueprint.
Now we rounding up, bro. It's 3 decades, bro. To everybody else that's just filing in right now, do know that you can send in some beats, man. We're gonna be interviewing J Hatch. We also got King Yohannes coming in the building a little bit later. And then on top of that, man, you already know we're gonna be playing some beats and giving our feedback. So if you know a producer or have a producer, if you just started making beats yesterday and just want to give it a try, you can go to beatclubpodcast.com to make that happen. Is there anything else that we gotta say? Oh, you can say it.
What?
Open Streets.
I always forget the date, but
it's July 21st.
July 21st, we will be outside in JP.
Yes, Jamaica Plain.
So if you're in the Boston area, man, just pull up. If you got beats, pull up. You can play some joints live in front of an audience outside. And trust me, Open Streets Boston is always dope. The people are always tuned in and they always dancing in the streets and shit. And you're a producer, people start dancing to your beats, you know your shit's hot, bro.
Absolutely. And it's
always a
tons
good
of people
feeling
out
man.
there. Tons of people. I tell everybody that I've been bumping into, come through and promote yourself. There's way too much foot traffic to not take advantage of.
100%.
So get out there, meet the people, and everything Trench said, just pull up, man. And also, we're looking for beat battles. So if you feel like you want the smoke, feel free to hit us up on our Instagram. Let us know that you want the smoke. Motivate Marin will pair you with another producer, and just hopefully you leave with the W. W's still a win, right? Still a win?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, cool. I get lost in the lingo because I'm over 3 decades old. But yeah. So yeah, you already know that. Hey, I'm up there, bro. 40 around the corner, man. 40 around the corner.
It really is.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into keep it or cut it in a second, because I do want to catch up with something with JJ. Last time we talked, it was damn near the pandemic, bro. It was a really crazy time, and during that time, you know, everybody has done different things, has grown some, but I think the pandemic has also shown us like how we're able to adapt and keep moving forward. So since we've last talked, you know, what has your journey been since then? I know I think you went through like a health scare or something like that, and you've been bouncing back from it. So to hear that you're doing everything that you're doing, like, what's life been like at this very time as far as getting back into the game? Do you feel like stronger than before? Do you feel more motivated than before? Like, what is your mindset at this moment?
Yeah, you know, I'm real transparent with my health situation. You know, September 2021, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in the colon and the liver. Still have it. You know, there's no real remission for that. You kind of live with it, and by, you know, through medication and, you know, eating properly and just living a specific type of lifestyle. So, you know, it kind of put a lot of things in perspective for me because, you know, I've always been somebody who put everybody else first before myself. So I kind of had to switch gears a little bit. Dropped a lot of dead weight, and not only like physically, but just like people, habits, mindsets, just things that were holding me back from really being who I saw myself to be. You know, people don't realize what I've done in the game. I'm not out here like, you know, shouting it out the top of my lungs. I'm more of a behind the scenes. People know I'm working. People know I'm consistent. But at the end of the day, like, I've done shit that if I made a list, people would never believe it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I dissolved the iStandard brand. This was all before I got diagnosed, but it was like literally the first 2 days of the pandemic. And then slowly but surely, I started this Creative Space brand, which is more about cutting through the red tape, doing song camps in different cities. You know, I have a sync brand called Made by Us. So this is like an incubation system for that. We've been lucky to sign over 120 creators in the last 2.5 years. We've got over 300 placements with film and TV. So we've been able to affect the lives of creatives in different ways, and not just, you know, chasing artists or, you know, the standard quo, you know, or status quo rather, where people just think there's one way in the building. You know, I was always taught like there's always a front door, but, you know, there's the chimney, there's the back door, there's the side window, there's a crack in the wall, there's a little, you could dig under the side of the house on this corner because it's lower. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just somebody who never had a problem getting into rooms. Number one, because I deserved it.
Yep.
But I also knew that I was confident enough to be prepared enough when I walked in these rooms that nobody's going to be able to take, you know, I was never going to be able to understand the I'm not taking no for an answer type of vibe that I give off. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what it is, no matter who it is, I've met some of the biggest names in music, been in the rooms with some of the biggest names in music. And I'm J Hatch from the minute I walk in to the minute I walk out. You know, so I've been blessed, you know what I mean? And that's why I appreciate y'all for being so consistent at what you do, because we need people to kind of continue to carry the torch for not only the production value of what people bring to the table, but also just creators in general, right? Like, the word creator really kind of holds a lot of diversity. So, you know, you guys have really been doing an amazing job. Glad to see the homies up here sometimes, like Keys the Mogul, and, you know what I'm saying, guys that I've seen for a while grind and hustle, and it's just amazing, man. So salute to y'all.
Appreciate that, bro.
Thank you, family. Thank you very, very much. That was great to hear. I'm gonna have to share that clip. I'm gonna take that clip. I'm gonna put that out there, man.
I knew he was getting famous when you came on the show. I knew
Absolutely. I think he said he's dropping some jewelry. I think that's dropping some jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah, he got some bars.
Yeah, got plenty of jewelry to drop.
So yeah, man. I guess we done covered a couple of bases. So I think it's time that we get into some keep it or cut it. Let people let that folder fill up as well. Is there anything else that we gotta say before we just hit this button and make this happen?
I mean, there's some people in the room. They kind of silent right now. I guess they just listening to the jewelry that's being dropped. But GQ wants a shout out, so shout out to GQ in the building, man.
Oh man, let me get the air horn ready. GQ is popping.
I seen Mr. Grinch in there too.
What's popping?
They lurking right now. Nobody's talking. They just lurking. But that's cool though. As long as y'all are listening, we good.
Boom, and everybody else is just lurking. We appreciate y'all. And everybody on IG, we appreciate y'all. Yeah, I guess with no further ado, we can get into this keep it or cut it, man, and just get to the business.
Let's do it.
The Beat Club.
You know what?
It's the wrong one.
I just want to drop the tag.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
We do each and every Sunday here at the Beat Club Podcast. We have a place called beatclubpodcast.com where you can go and upload your beats right now. We're going to go around the room and talk about your beats. Maybe some good feedback, maybe some bad feedback, but anyways, it's feedback. So if you have something that you want us to hear, make sure that it's an instrumental, no vocals, please. We don't play that shit. And just know that we're here with not just us, but our BCP community that'll let us know how they feel across all platforms. And we also got J Hatch in the room. So do know it's going to get heard. And after it gets heard here, it also goes out to all other DSPs for the world to hear as well. So, and it's a free opportunity for you to get heard by a bunch of individuals. So let's get it. Let's go and let's grow. It's going to be a good time. And yeah, I haven't introduced the drinks, but because I know we was drinking yesterday, but
yeah,
it'll come eventually. It'll come eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we do have our first folder that is up there right now. Trench is going to kind of dictate who we listen to and who we not going to listen to. Feel free to skip over whoever you want to, bro. It's up to you.
Can't do that to the people, man.
Do whatever you want to. If you don't think J Hatch is going to like it, don't play that shit. That's what we going to do.
Yeah. He's a tough critic, man. So I don't know.
As he should be.
But nah.
What we got?
Let's start it off with Stephen Life, since he's in the building, all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina.
There's something in the water.
A joint called Blow the Trumpet.
All right. So we're going to take a listen to this right now on the Beat Club Podcast. Keep it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Are you ready? What you gonna play now?
Bring it down.
Yes. All right, family. Y'all let us know right now how you feel in the comments. Would you keep it? Would you cut it? Do you hear someone special on it? We're going to talk that talk. I seen a couple of keep it's out there. I didn't see any cuts whatsoever. So that's a good thing. I got pumpkin spice with the keep. GQ Chandler said a switch up would be nice. which I agree. AR Knight got to keep it out there. But you know, usually I go to Trench first, but I'm actually gonna go to J Hatch first and see how J Hatch feels about this. J Hatch, what's the word?
I mean, you know, you can't go wrong with them drums. Can't go wrong with those sample vibes. I mean, that's the type of thing that I grew up listening to, and I still enjoy. I think the biggest challenge with records like that is like, where do you want to live? What space you want to live in? Like, if you could find an artist that's willing to go through that journey with you, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not a radio record. It's not, you know, something that's going to be like what the normal of today's music listener might be. I think that those are the kind of challenges you need to put yourself up against. However, at the end of the day, you know, I'm unapologetic with who I am. So if that's the type of beats you like to make, just know the journey ahead, but keep rocking, man. I say keep it.
Trench, man. What's the word?
Not much I could say after that. Goddamn. But drums are knocking off the rip, so
yeah,
that immediately caught my attention. It's just to keep it for me. Like, I don't really have much else to say, man. I think he executed on whatever he was trying to do. He executed.
Yeah. I feel like this is probably one of those beats that's good to start the show with, because I feel like after we hear someone set the bar, when we hear something like this, we might throw a safe keeper to be like, cut it all together. But you are right when it comes to the drums. So yeah, I'm glad that beat was played first. Let's just put it like that.
For sure.
Keep it from us, keep it from the community, keep it from J Hatch, man. We're gonna throw it out there one time for the one time. Keep it. And we got one keep on the board. Super simple, super easy. Just keep that energy. Let's get one more in, man. Who we got next, Trench?
Let me see. Next up, let's go with I Am the Official with El Nino.
El Nino is what, the guy?
I don't know.
I'm still working on my Spanish. I'm gonna work on it.
Sound like a storm to me.
Oh, you're right. All right, so we're gonna take it to it right now on a Beat Club podcast. Keep it or cut it. My fault, bro. Do it. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, BCP. You know what it is right now. We got to talk that. Cut it. Guys must be in a good mood, man. I got some keep it's out there from AR Knight. GQ, Brain Got Blast was popping with you. Big keeps out there. Ebony Eyes with the nice and the fire emoji and everything. Trench got game. How are you feeling about this beat? I think we're doing good. What about you?
Yeah, right off the bat, fire. Transitions, fire. Drums, fire. If I was being picky, that snare that came in later, it kind of threw me off, but not enough for me to cut it, so I'm going to keep it.
Man. J Hatch, how you feeling about this, bro?
Yes, it's crazy, bro. Like, I'm a big fan of like instrumentation and builds and finding pockets for the the writer on a record like that to get super creative and find out where they can kind of dig in and find where they're gonna be melodic, where they might want to do their harms. Like, I'm looking at things from a songwriter perspective a lot now, because these days are very difficult to just place by themselves unless you have that direct relationship with the artist. So I want to try to give some gems from a songwriter perspective as well. I think a lot of the stuff that he was doing was to present what a full record might sound like. But I think you got to give the artist or the writer a little room as well. So when you go back and do post production, you could add some of those bells and whistles, and kind of let the instrument of the voice also be involved. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's to keep it for me. I love those. I mean, it kind of sounded a little Bruno Mars-ish, but then when that switch up came in and the drums, like I was like, whoa, that's fire. So yeah, definitely a keeper on that one.
I'm also going to agree with everything you guys said. That's why I go to you guys first, so I can say way less. It works for me, and it makes it look like I know what I'm doing. So yes,
hey yo,
it was definitely a keep it on everybody's end. Everybody's end. On top of that, I didn't see no cuts in the chat. So keep it. So J Hatch, you did say something I actually want to ask you about. So when you hear a beat like that, you know, because like, when it comes to the Beat Club podcast, people kind of share like a highlight reel of beats. Like they want to hit us with the drum rolls and crazy transitions and everything out the gate first. So let's say a producer comes and they present this type of beat, and you know that you want to place it with an artist. Is it something where it's smart for a producer to kind of like not show so much, so then they can like build on it, or is it good for them to show everything and then scale back? What's your approach to that?
I think it really just depends on what your reason for doing what you do is, right? Like if you're trying to build a catalog as a producer these days and get songs on your records, something like that might scare away a new writer because they don't know where they fit in. I think times we have to remember is that, you know, a lot of times we kind of have to fall into this position of being like a bedroom producer per se, where we're just kind of working with ourselves, trying to find out like what's the vibe in terms of what we want to provide people. But then all of a sudden we overdo it. We're giving more than 50%. You got to remember that's a song. You know, you got 50% production, 50% songwriting. That makes the record. You can't have 75% going on as a producer, and then all of a sudden now the writer doesn't know where to come in and make these lyrical entries, or sometimes people find a hard time finding a hook. Where's the hook go? Where's the pre-hook? If there is one, is there a bridge? So for me on a record specifically like that, if I really, really liked it, let's say for my artist, I would pull that producer in the studio with me and my engineer and the artist. We'd listen to it. We'd pull everything out, and I'd bring up the drums, and I'd bring up the main line melody, and I'd bring in the main sounds of what kind of is incorporated in the verses, and then what's the choruses. And then I would have my writer write to that, right? Record to it, and then go back with the producer, and then let's bring this like piano part up here, or let's add these drums here so it builds into the hook as opposed to being in the middle of a verse. You know what I mean? So a lot of it has to do with structure. A lot of it has to do with understanding song arrangement, you know, and this also goes on the writer's side, because the writer also needs to know the vision of the producer. So there's got to be a little bit of compromise made for both parties to get the best end result. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm very hands-on when it comes to stuff like that. Me and my writer, Bianca, my artist, we we just did the On the Radar and dropped a new single. And, we literally went back and did like 16 records of hers over, like some new beats, some new, like take all these ad libs out and put harmonies on the second half and just kind of restructure these things. I think sometimes that second time around with those fresh ears are definitely beneficial when it comes to making sure the record's ready for a writer to get involved.
Dope. I didn't know that was your artist. I just seen that. So Bianca?
Yeah, Bianca.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, Bianca's dope.
Oh, yeah.
She's dope as hell.
How many artists are you working with at this moment? Is that
really just her, honestly, in terms of me managing her? Like I said, my thing company, I have about 100 plus creatives that are signed to our company. I consult a bunch of other artists just, based on what they have going on. But there's so many talented people around me. It's just hard to not want to do more. You know what I mean? But I can't, physically, mentally, from a time perspective. It's just difficult to be so involved. Because a manager is like the most challenging position in the music industry. It's money out, no money in. You have all the relationships, all the resources, and you're only getting 20% of, the cut. So it's just, it's like you got to really, really want to be invested in the scenario.
Yeah.
To get involved. That involved. It takes a lot. You got to really. But the problem is with people like myself is I love a challenge, and I believe in myself so much that I could see just a tingle of talent, and I'm like, oh, I know what to do with this person. You know what I mean? Like I know exactly what to do, who to put them in with, what platforms to get them on, and due to my relationships, I've been able to do some great things for my clients. But right now, it's just Bianca in terms of like one-on-one management. I have a co-manager as well, and he's our engineer, so it just makes things
hand in hand.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, right? Like, there's a lot of artists out there, and like you say, I'm pretty sure artists approach you or want to work with you very, very often. What is it about that one artist that made you say, that's the one that I want to develop, and that's the one that I want to work with, and push everybody else kind of aside and focus on just that person? What was it about Bianca?
Well, I don't know if you guys remember, I used to manage a writer named Cadence. Cadence co-wrote Thank You Next and Seven Rings for Ariana Grande. And I kind of like found her, developed her through my own events, put her in the room with a lot of amazing producers, put the grind together. But the one thing about her is that she had this ethic. But when she played her music, and you guys know I showed you I'm bald, so the back of my neck just like shot up. So she came to my camp, did my song camp in New York. Me and her really hit it off in terms of like just the chemistry in the room. She wasn't afraid to listen, try new things, be improvisational when she needed to be. And then we just I gave it a couple months and said, man, I really want to work with her. Let me sit down with them. Sat down with them. I said, how would you guys feel if I came on as a co-manager? And they were super happy with it. And then since January 1st, we've literally been running. So, again, there's always challenges involved, especially when you have health issues and so much other stuff going on. But when there's talent, real talent in front of your face, it's hard to pass up, man.
No, that's good. That's good because there's so many people doing music nowadays. But when I used to work at a record label, they had always talked about how expensive artist development is. And when it comes to artist development, you don't necessarily know if you believe you might get a return on your investment, but sometimes you just don't know. And that ROI might take some time for it to get to you. So to kind of like look at how much bandwidth you have and say, look, I hear all the talent, but I have to hone in on just one that me believe. So Thank you for sharing that, man. We're gonna get into some more beats, man. We're gonna more beats. Trench, we doing good. We 2 for 2 right now. There's no whammies. Who we got next, bro?
All right. I hope AR Knight's in the building because I want him to hear the feedback. I know he'll appreciate it from Hatch, man. But AR Knight is up next with Sundown.
All right, we're gonna take a listen to it right now on the Beat Club podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yo no sé qué hacer contigo. ¿Qué tan?
The Beat Club.
Speaker? I'll check.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
All right, BCP, let's talk about it real quick. Let me know how you feel about it. I see a pizza slice, which means cut it. I see some keep it's out there as well as, yeah, that's nice. This is fire. I see more likes than I see dislike. So it's a good sign, but I gotta tap in with everybody to see how they feel. Trench got game. What's the word?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. Like there was something I liked, but I think I'm leaning more towards the cut it side only because it wasn't as interesting. It didn't really like captivate me off the rip.
Got you.
And as it kept going, it also didn't change. So it just kind of got stale for me, and I don't know, just not my taste, honestly.
He did have the boom, boom, boom. Like he changed, like that was it. But
he went Manny Fresh on him and shit.
But I will say, from the things that we've noticed about AR Knight is that you're in your experimental phase right now.
Yeah.
And I like where you're going with your experimental phase. I think Marin said it best. I think the last show and whatnot, just about the instrument selection that he was like.
He should try a different bag because of it. Yeah.
But I like what you're doing. I'm gonna say that there was some good parts to this, but it wasn't my favorite beat from you thus far. You kind of set the bar a little high in previous times.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw out a safe keep it just to get it out there, because honestly, out of most people that I've like heard over the past couple of months, there's a lot of growth with AR Knight that I like and I fuck with. So safe keep it from me. You threw out a.
I cut it.
You cut it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to J Hatch to see how he's feeling about this. Jay, man, what's the word?
I think initially, actually getting some echo here.
Got a little echo. Let's get that echo down.
Check.
We're gonna see what's up. Yeah, click that, Trench. We should be good now.
Okay.
Yo. Yeah, we're good. Honestly, I could tell like off rip that it was kind of like a somebody who was kind of, I don't want to say starting out, but definitely was new to the game a little bit. There was some note issues in the verses the melody. Like there was some like weird notes in there that it felt like it kind of almost like clashed with some of the melodies. Like I really love the sample, like that like Latin music today, in any vibe, whether it's pop, trap, reggaeton, Latin music right now is running shit. So if you could find a way to, give us those, vintage vibes, but also maybe just brighten it up a little bit and get those drums knocking in a way. And I think even the tempo would have helped out if it was just a little bit faster. And I also agree when it comes to the change ups. Like I would have pulled something out of that vocal sample, and I would threw it in like maybe every 8 bars. Like no, just to kind of and a drop, just to kind of take the ear, go oh shit, okay, and get back into it. Like you got to understand, like people have a very, 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 very short attention span, especially if you walk into an office or walk into one of these sessions with one of these artists. If they don't hear the sauce in the first 15 seconds, go to the next one. Well, you didn't hear. No, go to the next one. You got to know to bring that all like in the beginning of the record at all times. So I think just tighten up the sampling, tighten up the mixes a little bit. But yeah, man, definitely. I like the record. I could hear some artists on there. I'd say keep it.
Hey, look at that.
Just keep growing from there.
Look at that.
AR Knight's on a keep it streak.
He is.
I think this is like 3.
Yeah, you're doing better than me.
Look at that. Yeah.
Who hasn't made a beat in like 2 years?
Yeah, we gotta do better.
I'm lying. I was working on some shit last week.
I'm looking forward to hearing it one day. Let's get one more in there, man. Let's see who we got, man.
All right, let me see if I see a name who's in here. Mr. Grinch, you up next, bro, with Life.
Life be lifing, bro. We're gonna take a listen to it right now on the Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
I'm so sick and tired of seeing crybabies. Man up, motherfucker. Life is not about what you are given. It's about what you are taking.
Ain't no Beat Club.
Yo, BCP, let's talk about it right now. How did you feel about that? Did that throw you the fuck off? That I got thrown off just a little bit. I thought I was gonna be underwhelmed, and then everything just started hitting. I'm not even gonna talk to them just yet. I'm gonna just say my part. I'm gonna keep it before they decide to say anything else. So you just know that there's no hatred coming from me. Just the intro threw me off, but everything else I absolutely loved completely. Keep it from loops. Trench, what's the word?
Man, you know it's a goddamn keep. I seen Hatch's face and I said, yeah, it's automatic. Disgusting, bro. The drop was everything.
Yeah.
The drop was fucking everything. So keep it.
All right. So Jay, man, now is your time to break some hearts, man. How did you really feel about it? You can tell us.
Oh, you got him muted.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Let me get you in. Go ahead. Tell us again.
I said, nah, that shit is trash, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Honestly, I could have did without the intro. I think if the focus was more on the mix, that record would have hit a lot harder. And maybe it's just because of the way I was listening to the music for the most part, but like some of those snares could have slapped a little bit harder. Even that guitar, when it came in, I felt like I was off key just a little bit. But at the end of the day, like records like that are what's going to get people's attention to want to hear more. But at the end of the day, like, again, I keep saying this all the time, is like, but where's the artist? Where does the artist fit in, right? And I know this is a Beat Club podcast and it's all about beats, but part of the things that I want to teach people is that you got to eventually elevate to make room for an artist at some point in the process, right? But this kid is definitely, whatever he's doing, he's on the right path. I know a lot of producers that have a similar vibe where they smack you in the face, hit you with a couple of drums, and smack you in the face again. Like, this kid's got like the awe factor, and some of those, like the drop you said was like crazy. And then as soon as you heard it, you were like, oh, boom, and you're back on track. So yeah, man, just experiment with some writers. And I'll be honest with you, the best way to do that is if you don't have access to writers right now, just like do remixes, like get acapellas off, online, learn song structure a little bit. And I think at the very least, when you present that to an artist or a writer, they'll have a better understanding of where you're coming from as far as a producer. So sorry, man, I'm over here rambling and shit.
No.
Y'all over there laughing at me, I know.
No, we laughing because they talking their shit about King Yohannes. King Yohannes just stepped through for a second. So yeah.
What's up, King?
Dirty.
What's good, Hatch? What's good?
Yeah, Spirit Airlines treated them so good before, so they getting on about Spirit Airlines.
Oh man, Spirit Airlines, bro. I got stories. The early days.
Yeah.
They tell you it's like $79. You get there and you gotta check like $300 worth of bags, and you're like, wait.
Yeah, bro. Ridiculous.
Southwest for life.
They got 4 keep-its, man. Let me just throw this up there on the board. I am gonna give a shout out, man. We got King Yohannes in the building, man. We're gonna talk to King Yohannes a little bit later. We're gonna give him a little round of applause, man. Spirit Airlines came through. You from Spirit? All right. I said I connected with Spirit, man.
Yeah.
So Jay, I got a question for you. Periodically on the show, we talk about just the advancements when it comes to like AI and its place in music now.
Yeah.
Now, being that you work with songwriters and producers, do you see this? Where do you see music going with AI? Do you feel like it's gonna help these songwriters and these producers, or is it gonna kind of take away the value that the songwriters and producers once presented in the game? I'm interested to get your take on it as far as like the pros and cons and what you think.
Yeah, I got a couple different mindsets or different points of views, but from a business perspective, musically, using AI is big for me when I'm doing like searches for like sync on my disco library or trying to find like, using Chat GPT for like, YouTube descriptions and, getting like stuff done that might take me a longer time. It's to make your life a little bit easier. With AI, my two biggest concerns is that I never want to take the human experience out of music. I don't care how many points of facts you have, you cannot make a Marvin Gaye record through AI and have the same emotion. You know what I'm saying? You cannot, but you can get a 70s, disco guitar and 90s, boom bap drums, and you can generate a sample and prompt things to get ideas of where you want to go. I get that. But then there's the ownership side of it. Like all these ownership issues when it comes to people's voices and melodies and cadences. And like, to me, one of the corniest things in the world right now is what people are doing. Like, so, hey, I'm writing records for Mary J. Blige. So I'm going to sing it, but I'm going to use Mary J. Blige as AI vocal on it. So when she hears it, she'll think it sounds like it's for her. I could tell you from firsthand experience, don't ever do that and give it to an A&R, a publisher, a manager, an artist. You will be looked at like the corniest motherfucker on the face of the earth. That shit is not acceptable in the music industry. I've had so many people. Now, it might be different if you have such a close-in relationship where you're like, hey, why don't I do this and show you what it could be? Okay, cool. But if I'm just sending you beats or ideas, or I don't know you and I'm cold emailing you, like, that shit is not it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not it. But I've seen a lot of great AI generators, sampler generators, like Two Shot. Companies like, there's even, like I said, a lot of business stuff that I use. But I just can't personally put all of music into the place of AI. But this is the last thing I'll say is DJs used to carry crates. DJs, as much as they hated carrying crates, they didn't want to have a Serato because they thought that maybe that wouldn't be like DJ anymore.
Yeah.
But once they got Serato, and the ones that went back and learned how to become DJs but still had Serato, realized, bro, I'm not trying to carry fucking 10 crates to the club anymore. It's the same shit. We had CDs, we had DVDs, we had VHS, we had Beta, we had 8-track, we had DM88s, we had fourth inch tape, 2-inch tape. You know what I'm saying? We have analog, digital. Like, we went through all these changes. So you can't be afraid to change, but you have to watch this change evolve and roll with it until you catch up and feel like, okay, this is where I'm going to grab on, and this is going to make more sense for what I need from AI. And from my perspective, it's more of a business than it is a music thing. But, then again, who knows where it's going to go? You know what I'm saying? That's really all I could say, because I don't personally make music. I'm not the one that pushes the keys or bangs on the pads, but I'm getting the right people in the room to do it. And that human interaction, that synergy, that energy, the chemistry, no program template, amount of spiders, AI facts could ever replace that, ever.
No, thank you for your feedback on that. I feel exactly the same, but I also feel like it may open a lane for just a whacker music. Well, yeah, fuck it, whacker music, if that's a word. Like, for example, like there is AI out there currently where it can write a whole song for you. You can make it say, I need you to write a song about this, that, and the third, and it'll give you the voice, it'll give you the lyrics, it'll give you everything you need. And then it's like, and it's really good. Like, it's not even like half good. It's really good. And it made it in like maybe a minute, where, a songwriter might take some time with it. So I don't know if songwriters might use something like that as a tool, maybe to brainstorm, or, who knows, copy paste or whatever it is.
But why would you even need a song? Why would you even need a songwriter at that point?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
at that point, I could do it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Hatch, you got 5 minutes today? Yeah, what's up? I need you to give me a song about toxic relationships from a male's perspective.
Boom.
Okay, bingo. Hey, the record's ready. It's already demoed and everything. Okay. The day's work is done. You know what I'm saying? Let's mix it, master it, and send it out. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and I just like, you know, when you come to when you're comparing that to like a human way of doing music, it's like, all right, do I want to get the job done quicker and have it sound like decent, and then, you know, completely avoid any other type of relationship or some type of, you know, like dealing with another artist. Like, let me just get this out now. Like, knowing I can get that done for $20 a month versus paying and getting splits from a person. I don't know. I feel like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, who owns that music? Like, some program that made up that record owns that music. You didn't write it. You didn't. So you're gonna get paid for that now? It just doesn't make sense to me. And number two, it's also a form of devaluation. Remember the whole thing when like producers were selling like 5 beats for like 99 cents and, yo, hit me up, dog. I got all this fucking fire. Okay, you made that beat in like 10 seconds.
Yep.
You know, and, you know, all these producers that have been getting 10, 5, 15, 20, 100 racks, you know, all of a sudden now it's like, where'd that money go? Right? And all of a sudden, these writers are already not getting paid. Producers, I got producers that were on albums years ago who never got second halves, and these albums have been out. Like I'd rather us focus on using AI and blockchain to figure out how to get the people paid properly. You know, and Johannes probably gets this too. It's like, how many times you sent a label ask you for the splits or a letter of intent or a short form and then ask for the long form, and then all of a sudden you agree on a price and you might get the first half, but then all of a sudden like you're like, okay, well, the person at the label in the finance department left, or the lawyer for the artist left, and I can't even tell you. I got stories from Rick Ross's Rather You Than Me that are just crazy. You know, from producers that I know that were on the album, producers that I had on the album. It's just people still haven't gotten paid. So I don't know, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah, and I think someone else had mentioned this as well. Dimalo Daro, I heard about this individual, the Swedish producer that has 600 plus AI artists are surpassing 15 billion streams on Spotify.
Yeah,
crazy. Just yeah. So just putting it out there. I'm always interested to get people's perspective on it because it is gonna reshape certain things about music. But
that's fucking wild.
Right. But where's that money going? Follow the money trail.
Yeah, we need to follow the money trail for sure, because I feel like it takes a lot of streams to get some money. But if you got that many streams, bro, I think you living all right. But what we're gonna do, man, we're gonna just get into a couple more beats, man. We're gonna jump back into the conversation with J Hatch, and King Yohannes is in the building. And King, you ready for some smoke today too, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Just making sure. All right, man. So just to kind of give you guys a heads up, you know, we're gonna be tapping in with King Yohannes, but you do know that we're gonna do BCP versus King Yohannes, man. I'm just gonna put it out there one more time because he said he was ready. He said he was ready, right? So I'm just gonna throw it out there just so you know. We're gonna do King Yohannes versus the BCP. We'll throw the link out there if you guys want to battle King Yohannes today. He's gonna see if he go 5-5, 5 versus all of y'all. Just putting it out there right now. We've only had 2 producers that have done this challenge, and they only made it to 3. Like they kind of made it to 3. So, King, I hope you're ready. Set the ball. We're gonna make it happen. Trench, man, who do we got next on the chopping block when it comes to keep it or cut it? What's the word?
All right, next up we got Smart Boy Beats with Make You.
All right, we're gonna take a listen right now. Beat Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go. let's talk about it real quick. Let me know how you feel about it. Once again, I ain't seen no cut-its out there whatsoever. GQ Chandler got to keep it. Give me early 2000 vibes, summer vibes. Okay. A lot of love out there, not a lot of hate. I'm actually gonna just tap in with J Hatch. Jay, how'd you feel about this one off the rip?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of biased because Smart Boy is my guy. I've known him for a really long time. He actually works for me at Made by Us Music, and he's one of my sync clients. And he just won my UK beat battle out at my song camp. So I've known Smart probably about maybe 15 years. But the one thing I can tell you about Smart is that he never fails to surprise me with what he can do. You know what I'm saying? Like he's amazing in every genre. He can be a chameleon in any room. He's an educator. He's really, really good working with writers in terms of walking them through songs and, notes and harmonies and everything. So for me, I just like the funky vibe, and the fact that it was more up-tempo than what we've been hearing. It's not necessarily your beat battle type beat, but I could hear like other artists on there that are popular now. I would probably take some of the lows out of what's going on in there and focus on the highs just to give it a more brighter vibe. But aside from that, yeah, it's a keeper for me.
You haven't cut anything since you've been on the show, man. So either we got better or I don't know what it is, but
no, definitely got better.
Thank you. I'm taking all the credit, even though we did none of the work.
Now, let's see when they start battling Johannes, then we'll start seeing what's about to happen.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Yep. Motivate Marin's in the building. Motivate, man. You got the fresh ears, man. How did you feel about that, bro?
I'm going to throw out the safe, keep it just for the sake of throwing it out there. But, it was a good joint. It was well produced. I like the mix on it. Yeah, and the space was there. You know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope.
Shit, me too.
Trent, you keeping it as well?
Yeah, I was over here vibing just in my head. But I agree with Hatch with the taking some of the bass out.
King Yohannes, man. What's your feedback on that, bro?
That was fine. I agree with Hatch, but there's a keep for me. That's fine.
It's nothing but keep it's around here.
What up, Hatch? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Sir. How you been, bro?
What live in the flesh, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you gotta come outside every once in a while, right? Or
yeah.
Online inside, at least, you know what I'm
saying?
When are you actually are you coming back out to Boston or in the area, New England area at all anytime soon?
It's crazy because I get asked to come to different cities and really trying to expand the brand, going into 2025. So we're looking to get into probably like 2 or 3 new cities. And I've done Boston before, so I think maybe Boston, Philly, and Dallas on top of the cities that we already do for next year. But we could always have a conversation about doing something together. Maybe doing some sort of just pop-up event. Do maybe kind of like a combination of what you guys do and what I do within a 3-day weekend type of vibe. So we could have a conversation off cam on that. But I'm definitely love the vibe, the area. I can get a lot of people to come out up there. I'm sure you guys can as well. So yeah, let's definitely have the combo, bro.
Yeah, that's long overdue, man. Yeah, we just had a conversation talking about ourselves not connecting more.
Yeah,
with people like you. We just had that conversation. So yeah, we sold. Let's do it.
With all the work you've been doing, not to kind of like get you canceled in certain places, but where have you found the most talent? Just in your travels, is it like a certain location that just got it?
It's not really about the location because people come to all the camps from across the world. Miami, you might get a certain vibe or sound. LA, you might get a certain vibe or sound. New York, you might get one, but you're not. People may think like, oh, it's New York, it's all boom bap. I'm getting pop, I'm getting reggaeton, I'm getting Latin, I'm getting EDM, I'm getting gothic, I'm getting there's just a lot of different things. And luckily we have such an amazing community that they'll come 3, 4, 5 camps out of the year. You know what I'm saying? Because when they go there, it's like it kind of call it like camp, right? Like remember when you were little and your mom would take you to camp and you'd be like, oh, I don't want to go, I don't know these motherfuckers. And then you get there and you're crying. All of a sudden, somebody looks over to you and they wave at you, and you wave back. And you're like, okay, it's not that bad over here. And then all of a sudden, you have a conversation. You're kind of in this, you got the same similar vibe, and then your mom comes to pick you up on, 4 weeks later, and you don't, I don't want to leave, I don't want to leave, I don't leave. Like, that's the kind of vibe. Like, people do not want to leave. It's like Wonderland for creatives because they get to meet amazing people like-minded. Number two, they're meeting people like 808 Mafia or DJ Toomp or Don Cannon or, whoever that they can't meet on their own, but they can meet them right there and shake a hand and take a picture and catch a vibe. I've had people get signed to other producers from these events. It's just it's
a camp, bro. What's going on? Let me come to camp, bro.
Yeah, man. And it's just one of those things where it's not only is it an experience, but it's just like a camaraderie because these people are now okay. So I met these guys in San Diego. They got a studio. They got like 4 or 5 artists. Let's go up there for the weekend. From New York, or hey, I'm gonna be in this city. Why don't we rock out together? And they're doing their own like mini camps, like around what I'm doing. So, and God forbid, like I had to cancel my LA event due to some health issues, and then like 20 people that were coming to the camp decided to still go. They ended up doing their own camp, like in a different studio, and it was a great vibe. So these guys, they understand the assignment, man, for real.
What's next for your camp?
Just the expansion, but also to provide more opportunities. Like we usually do it averages a 3-day camp, but like UK, we did 4-day. Miami, we're doing a 5-day. There's also a yacht party attached to that for my birthday week. But it's really just about creating even more opportunities so that way when people come to these events, they're like, wow, like I don't want to really go anywhere else. Like if I'm going to spend money on a seminar or something, not to mention they get free gear, they get free software plugins, they get an amazing prize package. Somebody wins a trip to another creative space, they get food for 3 days. We do content on site. They get a chance to meet all these amazing, people like-mindedly, as well as, we're bringing a few from 808 up to Toronto. And then we're interviewing we give something called the Flowers Award out, where it's like we give them their flowers in advance. There's no vowels, FLWRS, where we're giving people their flowers in advance. So, again, trying to give the people their flowers while they're here, man.
Dope. When we collaborate, make sure there's a yacht party or some shit in art and what we're doing, man. If we got
right off the pier.
Yeah. if there's no yacht in it, we'll own it. You know what I mean?
All right.
To the next thing, man.
I knew that shit was coming.
You already. As soon as I heard yacht,
yeah,
I ain't never went to
yacht.
camp.
I ain't even hear the rest of his conversation. Yeah. I just heard yacht.
That's what it is, man.
He just saw the gray. He just saw the gray hair just whistling away.
Yeah. I'm with it.
Shit.
So just real quick, man. I gotta give this man his flowers with all the vowels. And real quick, man. We got King Yohannes in the building. It's been long overdue. He's finally here.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Recent Beat of the Month winner as well. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So
I'm gonna talk the shit for you if you ain't gonna talk the shit. But yes, King Yohannes has been part of the Beat Club podcast family for quite some time. So it's really good just to even see you here and have you here, not do the virtual thing, but have you here, period, King. So thank you so much for pulling up on us, man. We look forward to talking some more with you as well. But how is life treating you at this very moment? Everything good?
Life been good. Been working, still doing my thing with school.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been great. Been doing a lot of good things musically. So everything is family good.
Where have you bumped in the Hatch?
I have not. This is my first time actually.
But
I'm not sure if we've spoken online or through DM. Like I know you. You know what I'm saying? I know of you. Maybe it's on here, but I definitely know we've had some interaction somehow. So
word.
Who knows? Small world.
Yeah, definitely.
That's crazy. That's a beautiful thing that even though you guys haven't crossed paths, like you guys still someone clowning aside.
Jared's crazy.
Yeah, but it's good because you guys haven't crossed paths, but you're still aware of one another. It means that someone is still paying attention, whether it's the content you're putting out or the fact that you're hitting people up or vice versa. That's a good thing, because someone's always watching. So I just want to put that out there to the rest of the community out there. When it comes to just posting yourself and posting what you do, someone is paying attention.
Always.
You know what I mean? So, you might not need the introduction that think you might need to make, you know, because it's already been made online. So
100%.
let's keep it up, family. We're gonna get into like 1 or 2 more beats, and then let's see what's good.
Let's do it.
J Hatch, you still good for a couple of beats, bro?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Trench, man, it's on you.
Yeah, man.
You got the hard work.
Yeah, next up we got Chopping Dope Productions with Ghetto Symphony.
You said chopping dope.
That's what it says.
All right, then let's take a listen to it right now on the Beat Club podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
The Beat Club.
All right, BCP, let's talk about it real quick. Let us know how you feel about this one right now. I see more keep it's out there. Let me see what we got. I don't know about this one. That's from Beeline. They're saying safe keep it as well. I'm gonna go to Motivate Marin, because Motivate Marin, he always got he says everything I want to say, just says it a lot better. Motivate Marin, how you feeling about this one, bro? What's the word?
I already gave up my safe keeper, so I gotta cut it. But I like the energy of the beat. I just thought mainly it's like the mix. I felt like the drums needed to pop out more, specifically like the snare. Like it wasn't, I don't know, it needed to cut through. Sonically, it needs to be better to really compete, because you hear beats like this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Definitely sounds like that Pain, some storytelling. Definitely the backdrop is there, the samples, but sonically it's not ready. But I would have definitely given it a safe keep it if I had it. So I'm gonna cut it.
All right. Trench got game. What's the word?
Yeah, I'll use my safe keeper here to get it out the way. I mean, Marin pretty much summed it up. There was room for an artist to get busy on it, but it just needed the sonics.
Yeah,
So
I can hear my boy Silo on that. You know, I can hear him on it.
He did say it was a nice beat, though. Didn't you come in and say it was a nice beat?
Yeah.
You could do it.
Sometimes the voice is the last instrument.
It is. It's a really important instrument, man. J Hatch, how you feeling about this one? What's the word?
Unfortunately, this is gonna have to be my first cut it, man.
We got real excited about a cut.
Yeah. Honestly, it was the mix for me. Something like that, you just gotta hone in on. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to use those big ass samples and really knock people's socks off in terms of like getting their attention, you gotta hit them with some drums that really snap. You gotta just really focus on things that are gonna get people's attention. And even though I thought it sounded good, and I do agree with the energy and the tempo, there needed to be some changes. It was very loopy. Yeah, so switch ups here and there, a good mix, and I think that would be the difference between a keep it and a cut it. So I'm gonna do that's my cut it, unfortunately.
Woo. It's his first cut it. And we didn't do too bad. We went 5 straight, no cuts.
Yeah.
So that was 2 cuts. That was a cut from you.
Yeah.
You cut it as well.
I safe kept.
I'm gonna cut it.
It's cool.
So it's an official cut.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Who fucked it up? What's this person's name? Chopping Dope Productions.
Chopping Dope.
It's all good.
That's all gravy. Like I always say to people, don't get in your feelings, get in your bag. Just send something else over to shut us up, because I love dope beats. But that was close. But still a cut it, fam. All right, man. Let's get another one in there.
Said chop got chopped, man.
It happens, fam.
But
But you were dope, and I'm chopping dope. Bars,
chopping
bro.
that cutty
You know
too.
what I'm saying?
Nigga.
Bars. Who we got next, Trench, man? We got a lot of amazing people in the room.
Yeah, man. I seen Fox Styles pop up, so we gonna go with Fox Styles with Barrage.
All right, cool. We're gonna take a listen to this right now on the Beat Club podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Fox Styles on the beat.
All right, BCP, let's talk about this. Bill, we good? Let me see what they saying right now. That bass and progression, they fucking with it. The keepers out there. I see more keepers. I don't see many cuts out there. You know, I'm gonna talk to the crew to see what to do. Trench, what's the word, bro?
Keep it for me, man. I ain't got nothing to say.
You were saying something about the mix.
Oh, I did say this is one of your better mixed beats that I've heard submitted to the show. But that shit was dope, bro.
All right, man. Motivate Mary, man. What's the word?
Yeah, that was a keep it, man. That was smooth. Like he has a like a bag that reminds me. I've been saying it like the past few weeks. He got a bag that reminds me of like that 98 raucous era, you know, like Black Star first album, you know, Train of Thought, Qualities, you know, like that type shit. Like I like that bag. I mean, definitely his own sound, but it's nostalgic like that. It reminds me of that. Yeah, well done, man. I don't really have too much critique, man. It was dope.
All right.
Keep it.
King Yohannes, man, how you feeling about this, bro? I know you was over there on the laptop getting your mad scientist on, but what was the ear saying to you?
Tough. Fox been going in for a minute with the beats, so that's a key for me. Baseline is dope. Fox be going crazy when he's cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fox is on a roll too, man. All right, I got to go to J Hatch. He's fresh off his first cut. He's not fucking around. Hatch, what's the word, man?
I'll be honest with you, man. I was a little like at the very beginning of it, I was a little skeptical because, like you had said earlier, something about like no vocals. So I was like, all right, maybe like oh, add a vocal chop in there, whatever. And then to me, the only issue with that entire piece of production was I felt like the transition between that vocal and that 40s, like 40 style production, when it switched over to that like 90 raucous vibe, it was a little cringeworthy for me. I don't know if anybody else caught like it was like a little off. But I love the swing. I love the mix. I love the separation of sounds. I love the fact that I can hear an artist on it. You know, and you know, music's so progressive these days that you could hear like an R&B artist on a record like that, like a Jill Scott or a Marsh Ambrosius or whatever the case may be. Or you could hear a Benny or a J. Cole or a Kendrick or something like that as well. I think it's just a matter of someone having those smoother transitions and trying to provide like those all moments in situations like that. Because the swing is super crazy. You know, Dilla, Madlib, that whole kind of thing is still hitting right now. So you just gotta find you in that process. But I just, for me, it was like the very, very beginning. But that's definitely a keep it though. You can't deny true talent.
And the funny thing is too is like the latter producers that you just mentioned, you don't hear a bunch of bells and whistles on their production. Right. It's not a bunch of crazy drops or they don't need drum rolls. It's a consistent just energy. You know what I'm saying? Movement. And it usually a lot of times their beats are like loops too, but they're just infectious. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge though nowadays is that people have no attention span. So it's like with those type of records, like I think people's ears need to get just a little minute to like kind of like catch up to whatever's going on. Personally, to me, a record like that, I could listen to by itself without having an artist on it or type of shit. I'd be cleaning the car to, cleaning the house to, vibing with friends, barbecue, smoke some shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think today's music listeners just they're not used to that. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, it's fire.
I've always wanted to ask you too, like, obviously you're a producer in the standpoint of being in the room and making shit happen, but are you a practitioner? Did you ever like use a beat machine or like, have you ever touched it?
Nah, for me, I was always like the person that put people in the room. I've always been the person that's represented the producers when I go to sessions or meetings or sync opportunities, and I've luckily been able to help a lot of people not only get placements but also just position themselves into not thinking that they're just a producer or just the artist or like trying to open their mind to more just some more opportunities. I think a lot of times people get stuck in a space where they just think they're, because they decided to be a producer, that's all they can do. They don't know what other money streams they can make, or like music like that right now, what that kid just did. There's so many TV shows or shows on like Netflix he's doing that could be so like usable in different ways, not just with an artist. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I've never actually made beats. I've always just been privileged to be somebody who's been around a lot of talented people.
When did you shift it to production? Because I felt like the I Standard joints used to be MC competitions first, right? They never were. You never did.
Nah, prior to that, I did something called Phases in the Crowd. We ended up helping Chrisette Michelle get her deal with Island Def Jam. That was kind of like my, that's kind of where I kind of became like the go-to showcase guy in New York, because every A&R was like, hey, who's the next rap group? Who's the next boy band? Who's the next whatever? And then one of the managers of the artists that were in my event were like, hey, why don't we try doing something like this for producers? But for me, like, I always wanted to be more than just entertainment. I wanted to be educational as well.
Yeah.
How do you prepare yourself when you walk into an office? How many beats should you have? How do you read the room? When, know your purpose, know when to be a servant, know when to be somebody you could, speak, maybe it's not your session, but you're there with somebody else, and all of a sudden you become part of a conversation. And so it's more about like the preparatory things aside from the technical things, obviously. I'm just going off of everything that I've experienced in my life, because a lot of people may make great beats, but they've never had a chance to be in front of a Dr. Dre or an Ariana Grande or 50 Cent or whoever, and been able to have those interactions to know exactly how to understand the language of what the artist wants or the sync agent might want, So I kind of play that middle ground for the most part. But yeah, I Standard was mainly production, and I switched.
For some reason, I felt like when I first met you, and I thought that it was a rap competition for some reason. It was in Boston. It was in Boston. It was in Jamaica Plain. It was in JP at this. It was like a studio that doesn't exist anymore. Like you go up the stairs. I forgot the name.
Oh yeah, that was Surefire Studios.
Was it Surefire?
Yeah, and unfortunately, Jared passed away like 3 years ago.
No, Surefire is in that was in Lowell.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in Jamaica Plain, like in Boston.
Oh yeah, it was like a loft upstairs somewhere.
Yeah, you go upstairs.
Yeah, we probably had some MCs performing there, like in between.
I performed on it. I performed. Okay. But I wasn't competing. But I didn't recall it being. I don't recall it being a producer showcase. But I don't know. I was just thinking. I was like, was there a transition period?
No, because you actually were working with one of the producers, I think, that were on a show maybe, and I think they may have just been like, hey, is it cool if my guy rocks out? Or whatever, and I think you just kind of came out and did your thing. I remember that place. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's like 2010, bro.
Not even like don't forget the Middle East. We rocked there for a little while.
Yeah.
Man, it's just crazy.
Yeah, that's like 2010. Yeah, it's been a long
years
time.
ago, dog.
Yeah, it's a minute. Sometimes my short term is bad.
Yeah,
it's horrible. But
now we're really showing our age.
Before we get back into the music, I wanted to ask you about like your book. You had a book talking about like the right time to like leave your job type energy, like in terms of like when you made the shift in your professional career. Like I wanted you to like talk about that because I never read the book, but I also didn't know what you did like previous to the music industry and how did you make that leap?
Yeah, I mean, I wrote a book called How I Left My Job and Made it in the Music Industry, self-published, sold about 7,000 copies myself, just through, you know, socials and just having the relationships that I have. It was basically just talking about like the segue up to me leaving. I used to work for a clothing retailer, managed 18 stores, $400 million worth of inventory. I was every level of person you could possibly be, from the key holder to master trainer to regional trainer. It was just I basically did everything for the company. But my father had passed away, and I realized one day that I didn't love what I was doing anymore, and music kept always calling me back. And game had changed so much. You know, we weren't when I was managed by Slick Rick's DJ as an artist, like back in like 1991. You know what I'm saying? So now we're really going back. We're going back 30 years. So yeah, I was managed by Slick Rick's DJ. I had relationships with Sadat X, Dead Prez before they were Dead Prez, and I saw like the front line of hip hop growing up. Like CL Smooth and P Rock had a car detailing shop, and I learned so much about the culture early on that I got burnt out, you know, after a little while because I was working 3 jobs. I ended up going to the studio, ended up leaving. I come back, there's a little post-it note saying close to further notice. This is like beeper days, dog. This is like phone booth days. It's not even like SkyTel pager days. You know what I mean? This is how old we really get. Then, you know, like I said, I left my job. I took about I had about 8 years working, left my job at 29, decided to start this music journey. And I had an artist that I managed and a producer, and did some sync work, showcases, more sync work, managed Platinum Plus producers and writers, big placements. And fortunately, here I am, still trying to be relevant.
Dope.
So when is the right time to leave your job?
You know, I'll be honest with you, man. When I left my job, it was more about the confidence that I had in myself versus was I ready. I felt like I had to get my mom's cosign. You know, Mom Dukes is like me. Like, you know, we used to fist fight in the kitchen. We used to get in arguments, and she'd be like, "Oh yeah, okay, meet me in the kitchen. 5 minutes. We'll see who's tough."
Mom got hands.
Italian mom from the Bronx. She got hands, dog.
Okay.
So, she punched me in the nose. I was like, "Okay, we good. I'm sorry. That's it. I'm gonna listen from now on." But it just got to the point where I believed enough in myself that I made this other company so much money, and I knew that I was able to, you know, if I was provided with the right information and utilized my confidence and my capacity and my resources, my organizational skills, communication skills, there's no reason why I can't do this for myself. And here we are, February 14th will be 25 years that I'm self-employed. Doing what I love to do every day. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, how many people do we know we see every day who get paid shit and hate their job? I'd rather get paid shit and love my job, you know, not have a heart attack one day or wake up, you know, doing something stupid because I didn't live my life the way I wanted to live it. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. And one last thing, because I think I do want to get this answer before we get to some more music. Actually, before I ask you this question, let me put this out there. So I told everybody that we're going to put King Yohannes up to the test a little later, but I haven't put the link out there. So I want to make sure the link is out there so that you're aware. If you got battle beats and you think you want to smoke with King Yohannes today, the link is right there. It's bit.ly/BCP. I want to smoke. Because once again, I already told you, we're doing King Yohannes versus BCP. Bring the heat. Bring the heat. None of that mediocre Lukewarm shit. It's like 90 degrees out here in Boston right now. Bring the motherfucking heat. And then, King, I just need you to just knock them all down. Just knock them all down. And talk your shit in the process. If you don't, I'll talk the shit for you. We'll make it happen. But the link is there. The folder is open. You guys can definitely go ahead and make that happen. But I think Fox Styles actually had a really good question. He said, is it hard to get musicians in the room on the same page and with your vision on the track?
You talking about like just in a general like open session, like with other creatives?
That's how I'm taking it.
That's how I'm taking it too.
I mean, you know, again, it really depends on what level you're at when you're creating. Like, I'm sure people like, you know, like a Timberland can make a quick phone call and have a whole freaking orchestra, you know, in his live room. But when it comes to, you know, specific musicians like a bassist or, you know, a pianist or a guitarist or a drummer, like I have people that I use all the time just because I know they could bring a specific element. So I think the challenge is in trying to make them feel like it's a lucrative opportunity. But then you have your team as well. Like, hey, you win, we all win. We're going to split this a certain way, you know, but then it also comes down. So there's two differences, right? There's a work for hire and there's co-production, right? So if I'm work for hire, I'm telling the keyboard player to come in and play this a certain way. Hey, I need you to play this, but I need you to play it like this. Okay, that's you telling this person, I need you to do something specifically. That's basically a work for hire, and that person should get paid a fee. They don't generally get publishing on that. Now, if I come in and I'm a keyboard player and somebody says, I'm really not sure like what to do right here, I'm gonna lock you in this other pre-production room, go crazy, give me a bunch of ideas, let's see what works. That person is considered a producer on the record and should be worked into the pub split somehow, some way. You know, and again, that's where the challenge lies on like, are you capable of paying somebody? Would you rather bring them in on the pub side and pay later? And not, or are you willing to just learn yourself and figure it out? You know what I mean? So musicians are only hard to find if you're not out there building those relationships. But every producer has a guitarist, a drummer, a pianist, somebody out there that knows how to come in and fill some of these sonic gaps to help, you know, make the record sound as good as it possibly can. But it could be a challenge. Definitely can.
More jewelry. More jewelry.
Jewelry.
Thank you so much, Hatch, man. We're gonna get into a couple more beats. I do want to ask you I don't know if you want to stick around to the end of the show as well, because we gotta also interview King Yohannes and see what he's got planned and whatnot. Or if you had, you know, something you want to throw in the microwave or
no, actually I got to unfortunately dip out. My it's my aunt's like 70th birthday today. So
70.
Yeah, we're doing a little party up for this Italian spot up the way. So I'm gonna have to dip out. But I appreciate y'all, man. Again, I love the platform. Definitely want to collaborate on some stuff in the future. It's great to connect with my man Yohannes. Marin, been a minute, brother. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Tapping in. You definitely keep in contact. Anybody wants to get in contact with me personally or business, you can hit me at Mogul Status. That's MOGUL Status. If you want more information on the song camps, you can go to creativespaceevents.com. You can check out our YouTube page as well for all the podcasts. And then, yeah, check out my artist Bianca, just killing it right now. B.A.N.H.K.A. No, B.A.N.H.K.A. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, you type in that, you'll figure it out. Right now I'm off. I haven't eaten in a little bit, so my body's a little shook. But yeah, man, like I said, I appreciate y'all for reaching out. Let's do something special for Boston, man. I'm with it.
Nah, wherever there's a yacht, we'll travel. Yeah. We'll bring Boston along. Wherever there's a yacht, man. Thank you so much.
We'll figure it out. All right, so thanks again, man. Have a great weekend, all right?
Bless up.
I'll hit you up, bro.
Peace. Yeah, please do. All right, peace.
All right.
We Gucci.
Gucci.
We live.
Gucciana.
We got everything. We gotta get the vocals right. One second. Yeah. All right. We good now. Not that we wasn't good before, but we still good. We got King Yohannes in the building. Already gave him a round of applause. Let me give him a motherfucker another one.
Yes, sir.
King Yohannes was popping with you, bro. Don't tell me you all soft spoken and shit. You soft spoken?
Nah, I'm good to be here. I'm good.
All right, cool. Let me find out. I gotta turn your microphone up or some shit. You know what I mean?
Word.
It's good to see you, man. It's good to see the whole team and everything that you this is. I wasn't expecting all you guys, man. I would have turned the AC up a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's good to see you, fam.
This started off here.
Tell me how, or inform us how it actually happened, because we're not necessarily aware of what happens once we go off air, but we've been responsible for people building a lot of relationships.
We gotta figure out these splits, man.
This is true. I'm glad we got everybody important in the room right now. You just heard J Hatch.
I know.
You heard J Hatch.
We was
Oh shit.
But yeah, man, we got Rain on the beat. We got Cy Law in the building as well, man. Motivate Marin, Trench got Game, King Yohannes, and moi. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot of people here, man. I was gonna bring the Henny today, but I didn't bring the Henny.
That's crazy. I had Henny last night. Too.
You had everything last night. Yeah. You was going in. Drunk Trench is the shit. But let us know how this happened. Like what happened behind the scenes that we didn't know about, because completely unaware.
Yeah, it started with there was a beat I submitted, and they was rocking with it. It was Ran, Sire, and the other guy.
My man Pat Reddy.
Yeah, Pat
Oh
Reddy.
yeah, Pat. That's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah, and we was rocking out, and he hit me. He was like, "Yo, them drinks is fire. I need to work with you." And I was like, "Bet." And we linked up. We spoke. Made the connection. He did his thing, and after that I was like, oh yeah, like I got faith in his music,
yeah,
and the message he's bringing, and he speaks to a lot of people. So I was like, yeah, we gonna be solid, and it's been solid ever since then. After that.
How long ago was that?
That was.
They want to hear you guys.
Oh, that was a year and a half. Yeah. That was a year and a half.
We actually picked his beat to win that day.
Yeah, it was against D-Dot.
We picked his beat, and that's the beat I called him for.
I was about to ask you, did they pick the beat that they actually like? That's what it is.
So we got a joint called Teed Up on that beat.
Yeah.
I love when people like, they're not just about their words, they're about their actions. Like the fact that you at least connected and then you put some action towards making it a whole full-blown record, because somewhere along the line you got to make someone a believer. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that was important. So like, once you guys connected, was it something like it was just a go from that point, or it was like it was a slow momentum you were building up, or was it like, yo, send me a pack, send me a pack?
It was off rep, just
Yeah, that's how these gentlemen work. These two
I
guys.
definitely ran in the back, but ran.
These two guys, they don't
like
ran for nothing.
Like me and Sai got a lot of heavy joints, and it,
We got a project coming out called More Light.
Yeah.
It's like an EP, but it's turned into a little more than that.
A little more?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that, family.
I'm taking my credit too.
Yeah.
Anytime there's an artist on the show, I'm taking my shit. Yeah. Anytime there's an artist on the show, if I know your sound works with that artist and I got your number, I'd be like, yo, send some shit right now. And make sure you hit this person up after the show. I do that every time. I don't say it, but I really be doing that.
Yeah. Yep.
I really be doing that.
So now, like, are you guys like working together exclusively, or are you working with other artists as well, or like what's the process?
Yeah, exclusively. I work with other artists. I'm working with Big Daddy Kane at the moment. We got a couple of joints that's gonna be crazy.
How'd that happen?
My guys right here. We went to LA.
Yeah.
We had a opportunity. I don't know. Can't talk too much about. Yeah, but it was a dope event. I met Kane. He heard my beats. And he played it in the studio, and he was like, "I need that right there, right now. Send it to me." So then after that, we just locked up. I'm also working with Inspector Deck.
Fire.
So I got 2 joints that's coming out on his album coming soon. So yeah, been working.
Let me ask you, with Big Daddy Kane, like, what did you play? Did you play your drill joints, or you played something different?
I played like some smooth, like groovy stuff, like.
So you knew what he needed to hear.
Yeah. And I hear too many stories about people listening to drill, so I was like, I ain't gonna play no drill in LA. We gonna play some vibes. So
that's dope, fam. I'm happy for you. I'm super happy for you. Just
Appreciate
invite us
that.
to the listening parties when it happens, family. Let me know which one of these guys I need to talk to, you know, because I know you guys be traveling, moving, but definitely invite us to whatever listening party, especially if it's on a yacht. If we can get, who knows, if we can get all that kind of combined, that'd be fucking lit, bro.
Yes,
We working on that.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I
working
mean?
on that.
King, man, how long have you been working on beats for, just like
So,
in general?
I've been making beats for almost 20 years now. So I started when I was 18.
When did you feel like you got your sound? Like you felt like this is what I'm gonna focus on?
I got my sound probably like mid-20s. Yeah, mid-20s. I got my sound. And then, but at that time I was just doing drill and trap music and stuff. And then the last 4 years, I've been diving into different pockets and trying to do different things. So, and I developed the West Coast style. I developed doing certain things like I'm gonna shout them out, like Fox Styles and everything, like listening to them battle and the pockets that they be in. I just learned off of that, like, and I didn't know music theory at the time, so I was always playing just off of hearing. And then I went to Full Sail to learn music theory. And
What's it called?
Full Sail University.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I went there, graduated with my music production, and I got audio production certification. I'm back in there to further it with audio production now. So engineer, music producer, I do video AI art for music, all type of stuff.
Now, at this point in time, is this something where this is like a side hustle or the main hustle?
I kind of combine it all because I have my own LLC, Royal Crowns Productions. So I invest everything I do into my business.
You say you've been diving into new sounds for the past 4 years?
Yeah.
How long you been submitting?
Yeah,
we taking more credit.
Take all that credit, bro.
Yeah.
Take all that credit.
Yeah.
We don't do it enough.
Because I remember the day that Marin was like, "Yeah, we heard your drill shit, but we want to hear something new from you."
Remember that too?
Yeah.
Y'all challenged me to do that. Y'all play a part in that. Y'all challenged me. It was like, yo, I'm tired of hearing that. It's the same sound. I want to hear something else. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
You know I got my jokes, but nah, for real.
Yeah.
Because I remember Marin saying that shit, and you took the challenge, and nigga, you really been excelling at that shit heavy. So proud of you.
Appreciate that, man.
Oh, air horn. See, this is just living proof, man. This shit be happening, bro. This shit be happening. If you listen to us, you gonna get there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for taking the credit, Trent, because we don't do that shit enough.
We really don't.
We don't, bro.
We don't give ourselves no credit for shit.
Because like I said, like we find out later that we're responsible or partially responsible for a lot of cool music relationships that we don't find out about until like years later. So the fact that you're excelling and you're happy doing what you're doing and you're connecting with folks, and we played like a small part in that,
And sometimes it comes from cut it on the show.
Yeah.
Like we might have cut some shit that this nigga like and say, nah, fuck them niggas, give me that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, Sai would never say that.
Yeah.
It be like that though.
Nah, man.
I got something with
what up?
Twice Style too. We did something too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Was it from that show too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I love to hear. I wasn't here during that day of the show. That's what I want to hear. That's dope.
Yeah, I remember he had texted me and told me that right away. I was like, nigga.
Yeah, because not everybody like really acts on, like when we have artists on here and they're like, yo, this is my email or whatever. I mean, I know a lot of people don't actually follow through. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gotta jump on that.
But usually the people that do follow through end up working with the artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there's nothing to be coy about. Like, yo, artists need beats, man. They don't give a fuck where they come from. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But people don't care where the beats come from. We just need beats, right? It's just like, yo, that's just fire. It don't matter where I heard it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, dope.
Fire, man. We gonna find out some more. We gonna get into these beats, man. Trench, we good now because we not dealing with what we was dealing with. So we gonna make this happen. We gonna turn these speakers up. We gonna have a good time. And once again, I'm gonna say it again. I didn't have King Yohannes fly all the way here without catching some smoke. The link is scrolling at the bottom. If you think you got a battle beat that's worthy to take down the king. Upload it right now. bit.ly/BCP. I want the smoke. Keep that trash for your mama and on Mondays, man. Send that heat only right here, BCP. All right, man. Trench, enough of me talking. Let's get to walking. Who we got next, bro?
Next up, we got DeMarco. Or, yeah, it's DeMarco. Fuck that. You DeMarco
right.
Today, buddy.
I know it's Valentino. That's my guy.
Yeah. And it's called Among Us.
Yes, you're allowed to enter. All right, cool. Let's take a listen to it right now. B Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go. Cut that part.
Yeah.
Did they end the record like that too? Why you do that, fam? Don't end the record like that. Everything else is pretty fire, but I did see a couple flags on the play.
That's our fault, man. We should have faded it down.
We should have. Nah, man.
Yeah, that ending was different.
Yeah, it was definitely different, man. This ain't cut it now. Out of key at the end, fellas, man. What's the verdict on this one? Because we heard the whole beat, by the way. Just want to put that out there. What's the verdict?
I'm gonna cut it because of the ending, but I know people are saying it needs a change up. I just wanted to hear some bars on that shit. So I'm cutting the beat and I'm cutting GQ too. This motherfucker in the chat just said, "Wow, I need friends like that. My friends ain't shit." Word. So fuck GQ and that beat.
This is up for grabs for anybody. I got some tropical punch.
Hey, I'm gonna keep the joint. I'm gonna keep it because I mean that's
a vibe.
Yeah, it's still a dope beat. I mean, we didn't have to get to the end. We didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
But we did.
That was a minor thing in the big scheme of the whole. That shit came at the end. So.
But yeah, still dope. But
still a dope beat.
Yeah, that was dope.
Still a dope beat, but yeah, just mute that, whatever that is. I don't even know what that was.
It was
like it was strings,
sound, right?
It was post-nut clarity. That's what that was.
Post-nut
That's what that shit was. That shit was crazy.
It was strings, I think.
Yeah, but it wasn't needed. I feel like, you know what it could have been? Maybe the person had some shit that they moved out of the arrangement and they bounced it.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Possibly, but yeah, okay.
But
it's still getting kept.
I'm cutting it though.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, just because of that.
2 and 2.
It's 2 and 2. King, you said you keeping it?
Yeah, I keep it.
Yeah,
it was dope.
Man,
it looked like
it was pretty good.
It looked like they're keeping.
I just want to be different.
I'm with it.
All right, man. Keep it. That's not bad. We got another one, man. Let me throw the 7 up on the board.
Yeah, last one in this folder too.
All right, no problem. No problem.
So let me see. Next up is Mark Music with Go Off.
All right, we're going to take a listen to it right now on the B Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go. He ran on the beat, look important in the shot. You see him?
He do.
Yeah, you on camera right now, family. It's cool. Now you good. You good. All right, y'all. Let us know how you feel about this one real quick. People saying, safe keep. GQ's throwing out some keeps as well. I'm going to talk to the bros to see how it goes here, man. Anybody here cutting his beat? What's the word?
I am.
Why so, sir? Why so? You want some king? You good. I don't want to get you super saucy, but...
Yeah, I'm going to get some in a minute.
All right. You just, that's it, Marion? You just going to cut it and say that's it?
Sorry. I'm eating. But, I mean, I think the chops were cool, like the sample, but I didn't really care for, like, that drum break is used a lot. You know, like I just didn't really care for the break on this joint. But I thought the sample chops were really dope and it had the potential to be a better beat. You know, like it just, you know what I'm saying? It didn't like capture my attention, you know what I'm saying? But definitely good chops, good work with the sample, build on that and switch the drums up, I think. And it'll be dope. For now, I'm gonna cut it.
Trenchman, how you feeling?
If I had a safe keep it, I probably would have safe kept it. It was cool.
So, but you cutting it?
Yeah, I'm cutting it. I don't want to cut it, but I'm cutting it.
I guess I got a safety, so I use my safety.
Safety as well?
Yeah.
All right, I'm cutting it as well, man. I'm gonna just cut it. So it's cutting it, and then safety. That's all cuts in the safety.
Yeah.
That equates to a cut it, man. It's all right. We need some John Blaze. Was that the last one in the folder, or you got one more?
That's the last one in the folder.
All right.
No idea. We did get your beat. You good?
Oh, I thought you said you had no idea.
No, that's his name.
My bad.
Or her. I don't know. Or they.
Well,
I gotta
well
say
said.
all that.
Well said,
I don't
man.
know. I don't know.
Well said. Oh man. All right. Let me go check to see what this is real quick. All right. So maybe I'll get this one right here.
Daro, we got you too, bro.
Oh, you got all of them?
Nigga, I told you.
I'll be listening, but not be listening all the time. You know me.
I went like this, yo. I said folder 2 is full.
I didn't take ASL.
I don't know. I don't know if that's what it is, but I made it up.
Threw up a hole. Yeah, I didn't know what you were saying. I thought you was But that's just necessary. I'm gonna throw some more in that folder real quick, and then we gonna get it moving.
That folder's hefty. Some of those might be for.
Nah. I got the right folder for.
Listen, they don't be listening.
And if they don't listen, they don't accomplish the mission, man. Nah, there's a link at the bottom if you want to smoke with King Yohannes.
This folder's heavy.
Make sure you send it there. But right now, let me just throw these other beats in the second folder so we can see what's good, and then we'll take it from there, man.
Brain got blaps. You still in the cut?
Let's see what's up. All right, moving them over right now. All right, boom.
Skyline, you still driving?
Yeah, because Skyline was like, King Yohannes is lucky he's driving.
All right.
Shout out to Skyline. What's good?
Yeah. Now, King, have you? I think I know the answer to this question, but like, is there a producer or some other producers that you constantly collaborated with, or do you kind of like dip and dabble every now and then?
I dip and dabble every now and then. One person I've collabed with a few times, JP, the producer.
Sick.
She's fire, super dope. One of the best female producers out.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a few collaborations with Big French. He's worked with KRS-One and stuff. So I got a few people that I do a few collabs with.
Now, is it something where they come to you and like, yo, let's collab? Or is it something where you go ahead like?
Usually they come to me. They come holler at me. And they be like, yo, we need to work and everything. I'm usually to myself.
Yeah, you strike me as mad soft, like soft spoken. Let the music speak for itself a little bit.
Yeah, so I just do my thing, cook up. You know, for those who know, I'm always live on Instagram cooking up. So they come, they see me work, and then eventually they hit me up. Yo, I got this going on. I got that going on. I want to collab with you. And I let the work come to me.
Now, when you do collaborate, is this something where you're like? You're known for like a certain thing, whether it's the percussion and bass or more like the melody, or like what is the thing that you normally bring to a table for a collaboration?
Drums, for sure. They always ask me to do drums. I just developed getting better with the bass line lately because I got tired of people saying, and Marion used to always get on me, that bass line.
Yeah.
So I had to get that together. But melodies, I could play chorus, I do chorus and everything. So, it depends if what they want. If they want melody, then cool. If they already got some dope drums, I do drums on it. A lot of times they ask me to redo them though, and then add my own spice to it.
So then let me ask you this, like, because you did mention like there's a couple of artists that you're working with now. You know, my perception is that you are a little soft spoken, but you do let the music speak for itself. But we also know, like, with producers, at times they can be kind of introverted. They may not be the one to big up their music as much. If a producer sees himself kind of like in you, like as far as like, damn, I'm kind of like that guy as well. Like, what could you tell them? What could they do to land these opportunities the way you've been landing these opportunities?
The best thing I could tell them is you just got to keep showing up. You got to be present, be seen, be on live, go to like events that's on live where they just listening to beats. Any community that you could find where they're giving you the opportunity to be heard, go do that and everything. Sample challenges, beat battle challenges, whatever you could get your hands on, even if it's live show, just go there because you never know who's watching and who's paying attention, listening to what you're doing.
Got you. No, that's good. That's good advice because once again, like I said, I feel like it's let the music speak for itself. Seems like it works for you and everything, man.
Yes, sir.
How did you discover BCP?
Yeah.
Through Johnny Chim.
We fucked up his name so many times.
Yeah.
Nah, you did.
Nah, this is a video, bro.
Yeah.
Johnny Chim?
Johnny Chim put me on to the shout out to Johnny Chim.
Yeah.
He doing his thing too now. He put me on and I was like, oh, this spot is lit. I was like, I like this. I was like, yeah. And I just been rocking out with y'all.
It's been a long time, but shout out to Johnny, man. We haven't seen him in a little bit, but I know he's busy.
Yeah.
I know he's busy. Tell Johnny to send something in every now and then, fam. If you still talking to him, or
yeah, we still talk every now and then. Yeah, he checks on me and everything.
Well, we gonna end up talking to King Yohannes a little bit more. We got some of you guys beats that we need to get into, and then we gonna have a good time, fam. And on top of that, I'm gonna put it down there one more time, one more again, because we're gonna get into some of this stuff here. If you guys want to smoke with King Yohannes, I see the folder filling up. Just knowing that everybody's gonna make it, but somebody's catching these drums, bro. Putting it out there right now, man. BCP versus King Yohannes. It's your opportunity to come at the King, but when you come at the King, you best not miss. My favorite line. You know who said that line? That was Omar from The Wire.
This thing.
When you come at the King, you best not miss, man. Yeah, he did get hit by a 10-year-old. You're absolutely right.
That's the only way it was gonna happen.
He didn't miss either. Shit. Trench, man, who we got next, bro?
These two cheating ass motherfuckers, Brain Got Blaps.
Oh, they collaborate. Oh.
And Manny B. Shaw with Broken Hearted.
All right, let's take a listen right now. B Club Podcast, keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
You say forget you. You say forget you. You say forget you. Find me some.
Nah,
This is that good thoughty juice. Man.
I'm not.
That's that good thought.
Matter of fact,
You know,
nah, hold on.
Then you brought those.
Nah.
What you about to say, Trench? Go, Trench.
Peep this.
Go ahead.
Guess where I learned about these from? Just take a wild guess. Talking about we didn't tell him. Nigga, he put me on.
Oh, there you go.
Oh shit!
We forgot. 2022 Sunday, February 5th, my nigga.
It was at some cookout I was at one of your family members' houses, and they had this shit there. They had the regular one, and then they started making flavors.
Yeah, I never tasted.
I learned to say his one of his shit.
I believe Trench.
You got to, nigga.
Yeah,
you know I don't remember shit.
Yeah. You keeping that? That's a keeper?
This is not bad. I'm surprised because usually I don't like sweet shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this shit fire.
Yeah, this is good. Somebody splash.
It's real coronary. But yeah.
Well, good. Oh, salute to everybody in this room before we get to this beat because it's playing in the background. I don't know if anybody's cutting it, but salute.
It's a keeper. It's a keeper.
Anybody cutting the beat at all? Listen, disqualified. 2 people making the beat. I'm not cutting it. I thought it was funky, but I did notice. I read the room a little bit. There was a moment in time where like Marin was kind of like finally. Like, waiting for something?
The switch up was dope. I think that was what saved it. It needed that, you know what I'm saying, like that balance. Because after a while, I was like, I like the way the sample was like laying over the drums, like, you know what I'm saying, like it did have a dope bounce to it. But after a while, it was starting to like kind of clash a little bit to me. So when that switch up happened, it just balanced everything out. Like it turned it into a groove, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But when I don't know, I just didn't need to hear that first part of the beat as long as I did. I felt like the switch up should have probably came sooner. So, but all in all, it's a dope beat, man. It was well done, well produced. I'm not mad at it. Keep it.
Yo, King Yohannes, man, you keeping the joint too?
Yeah, that was a key. That switch up was on point. Once that switch up happened.
Who was that?
Yeah.
Brain got Blaps and Manny.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They cheated.
Keep it time.
Yeah, that is the cheat code.
You know, you switch up the flow as an artist. You switch up the flow right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Get to burning it down on that part.
That makes sense.
That's a fact.
I didn't realize that. What y'all call? What's y'all producer tandem name, man? Y'all is that still press play? What's that? Y'all got some other shit?
I think it was. What was it? Manny got Blaps.
Manny got Blaps. That makes sense. That's fire.
That's kind of fire right
That's
there.
dope.
I threw 8 up on the board, man.
Said the cheaters.
So Trench, before we get to this folder, I actually wanted to ask. I think King Yohannes using some tracks through as well.
Yeah.
I gotta pull it up.
Yeah, it should be.
I got one more on the way too.
It should. Yeah, you know where to find it, right?
Yeah, I guess.
But we about to do the battle now?
No, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Cause this folder's hefty.
It is. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, shit, we gonna have to figure something out.
We have to breeze through.
Yeah.
So King, out of the files you see right there on the screen, which one do you want us to kind of like hit the people with? And I'm also gonna have you kind of intro it as well.
These are the beats, right? Or
these are songs.
Oh, these are the
songs. Yeah, like from the hard work, he's finally got.
Oh, you moved. Okay,
oh, my bad.
Nah, you moved the other shit over already. All right, got you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you got the oh. Yeah. What? I ain't see that. That's mine. Yeah, let me get that, fam.
Yeah.
My size, bro. You
did the graphic work on that?
Yeah.
This nigga love gifts.
Yeah.
So you say Ilion?
Yeah, that's Ilion.
Yeah. What's that? Y'all can't see because of all the glare.
You can see it.
But yeah, I love it when people hit me with some like weird, crazy ass ideas.
Yeah.
Nigga thought he was special.
Nah, I am special. You ain't got one of these.
I don't want your artwork, nigga.
Is this shit my side or I gotta eat a couple sandwiches?
Medium.
It's a medium?
No. You was asking me my side.
Oh, I was find out what my side.
You good? With your, you know what I mean? Your
little, bro, you ain't got one of these, bro.
With your little shit, get out of here, nigga.
Bro.
Yeah, that one's Ilion's the single that we dropping soon. Sire Law.
Y'all heard it here. Whoa. Y'all heard it here. I said that shit backwards as fuck. Y'all heard it here first, man. This is an exclusive. I got you. Good looks.
Bruh.
I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what's crazy is like I don't ever really get to see everything that what people do with the artwork. I usually just send it, and that's about it.
Said Loops wear small shirts to show his muscles.
Oh, hell yeah! And you got it on the back. Wow.
Yes, sir.
So when is this joint dropping?
We didn't pick a date just yet.
Yeah.
We got the video is basically in the final stage.
Exclusive.
We're gonna drop that shit together.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, make sure y'all let us know so we can do our shared thing and all that too.
Hey man. Now that's the back.
Oh.
That's what I like, cause usually people put the graphic in the front.
Yeah.
They got that joint. Yeah.
Yeah, alien there.
Cause literally like they.
Air. There you go. I'm with it. There you go. He already got it. He said Illy on air.
Yeah.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
When Sai hit me up and it was asking about it, he gave me enough like creative freedom to kind of like do my thing to it. And it's one of those things where I was just like, all right, I'm gonna try to see if he likes this. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But then like
that joint fire.
once you get close, he like, yo, yeah, you know, do something, let's that and the third. Like I love it when people give that creative freedom. I think you gotta work hard before you get that creative freedom. But once you got it, man, like go with it. Go with it.
Yeah, I got it on the phone.
Yeah, see, got it on the phone. See, that's how crispy it looks right there. See, like, see it up close? Yeah. With the, let me see, can I see that as well? Put that out there. I should just promote myself, motherfucker. Bang, yeah, you send it to me as well. I should have it. I should have it.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
But I don't have it on my phone, bro.
Yes,
when it was like, we just need the guy controlled by the puppet hands with dollars wrapped around him and everything. Gonna hold it close to the camera. You gonna see? Oh, let me.
Inside was like, yeah, we got the perfect person for this.
There we go.
There we go.
You killed that.
With the puppet master, man, with the strings and everything. I move my, it's autofocusing, so I move out the way.
Puppet made out of money.
Yep, a puppet made out of money.
I've been telling y'all for years, man, this nigga's nice with the graphics. Oh, I'm all giving.
It's all right. I got my shirt. Thank you, family.
That's dope.
Thank you very much.
I'm already trying to figure out where I'm gonna wear this.
It's red. Yeah. I love it when people come in.
Yeah.
That lifeguard shit.
Yes, sir.
Yo, go to the beach. Yeah. Wear that to the beach and sit in one of them chairs, my G.
It's that lifeguard.
Just sit there with the glasses, leg up.
Fact.
Fact.
Get you a whistle.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Do that shit.
Yo, I'm gonna do that shit.
That's a fact.
Word.
Awesome, fam.
That's a
Awesome.
fact.
But so now that we're done bigging ourselves up and all the dope shit that we do,
So, I'm gonna let Saya explain alien there to y'all.
Yeah.
So
Give him a mic though.
I can go ahead. I can hear you.
Right, word. So Illionaire is basically like Ilion. I don't know if you're familiar with the spirit of money. It's like the frequency of money. So that's why people are called millionaires or trillionaires or billionaires, because there's a frequency that come along with it. So I didn't put a letter before Illionaire because I feel like you cap yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So like we got no M's, but we get to it. You feel what I'm saying? But we also got a line called RARE, which is RHEIR, which is like, it stands for royal heirs. Like all of us are royal heirs. So we're slaves in this country, but we're royalty. You feel what I'm saying? So
Facts.
Elion is the single for the project we got, Lumos. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
Elion.
This one I made specially for him. Like,
That's a fact.
yeah, cause they was saying things. They was like, we was working. They was like, he sound like ho, and I'm like, nah. And then I was like, you know what? I said, yo, sorry, I'm gonna make something, and I was gonna put everything in a whole different pocket.
Yeah, separate the shit.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Kane actually was like, yo, that's the pocket.
Yeah, Kane was like,
that's your pocket.
He was like, you need to keep cooking for him.
And on top of it, Deck heard a bunch of our shit.
Yeah.
Deck was like, yo, this is my favorite joint record from you.
Yeah.
Then we gotta listen to it, fam.
I got it right here.
So we're gonna pull it up right now.
Exclusive, nigga.
Yes, sir.
I love when Trench does the drops, bro.
World premiere on Beat Club podcast.
All right, let's take a listen to it.
Yeah.
Right now, Beat Club podcast. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like a seance. I am alien, God got my eye on the money. Don't try, you can die over money. You survive off the money.
Puppet master when the camera roll. I come alive, Summers and Jim Hansen on a cameo. Electric mayhem, you cruise mechanical, no hi-hat. Handling sticks and drums like I'm animal. Rolling up that lifeguard pack, inhale it slow. Watch the fire do damage to the botanical, the antidote. No strange fruit be cracking your cantaloupe. You see the chrome, Nina Simone singing romantico. Murder she wrote, every line to equal a gram of dope. Got your top cracking open just like a can of coke. Rebel shit, they say the boy is a radical. You feel the passion, the assassins orbit your planet though. Waves are crashing into our ship, but we man it though. Fall in line with the pirates, letting the cannon blow. Break it down on the coast, we coded the manual. Intangible, the masses for masters, it's understandable. I'm an illionaire.
Billionaire, don't you mean millionaire?
No M's, we still building, yeah.
Billionaire.
Brilliant thoughts of a billionaire. You see the way we shining when the light hit, we really rare.
I am alien, God got my eye on the money. Don't try, you can die over money. You survive off the money. Everybody get high off the money. Blue hunters got my eye on you, money.
Yo, I'm up at Ilion. King James is really blonde. See the way I rock, I'm on my way to $1 million. Behind the bars, I be tended to civilian. Sitting on the hard bar stool that put Gillian. I'm talking cash money, baby, put the city on. The way we wallow in the mud and weather any storm. The friendly sky get dark when demon time is really on. You know us vultures never fly beside a pigeon. Hey, these niggas know I've been it like the nigga Vaughn. Like a Ouija board to ops that I get busy on. Calm as a bitch, I'm the one she said her titties on. Double D, side dumb nice, it's like a pretty blonde. Witty charm, negotiate, I got a chili on. Calculated, making all executive decisions. Maserati ran, co-sign it, then we on. My nigga from the 60s said the lap is about a minute long. I'm an illionaire.
Billionaire, don't you mean millionaire?
No M's, we still building, yeah.
Billionaire.
Brilliant thoughts of a billionaire. You see the way we shining when the light hit, we really rare.
I am alien, God got my eye on the money. Don't try, you can die over money. You survive off the money. Everybody get high off the money. Blue hunters got my eye on you, money. You survive off the money. You survive, you survive, you survive off the money. You survive, you survive, you survive off the money. You survive, you survive, you survive. Blue hunters got my eye on you, money.
The Beat Club.
Yeah, how y'all feel about that record?
Appreciate that.
I didn't hear the finish, bro. Y'all did something with the shorty's vocals that I didn't hear in the first one before. Yeah, it got some texture to it too. Like, family.
Because you know that the Blue Hunters got that nanotechnology, which a lot of niggas don't know that strip. That nanotechnology, so it's like they got their eyes on the money. You feel what I'm saying?
Look at this, still dropping bars.
The Beat Club.
Okay, King.
He be talk rapping.
Okay, King. Okay, King.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I see what King was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Look,
I see it.
But we don't have a release date, so this is the first time you've ever let anybody from the public hear it.
Yeah.
Basically.
The whole record.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. We keeping it. We keeping it, fam.
Yep.
Let's get one more record in there before we start. We start with these.
Which one, King?
Yeah, which one, fam?
What we want to do with? We go with. We got motion.
You got motion.
Ooh.
You got
something's else.
Got a joint called Eat It Raw.
Yeah, that one's
Hey,
crazy.
yo.
That one's crazy too.
Sound crazy. But now
I got teas coming out. Eat it raw with a pause button in the back.
Word.
So which one are we? We're not playing.
No, we got motion. We going with the motion.
Got motion. All right, cool.
With the motion, man.
We're gonna take a listen right now. Beat Club Podcast. Let's get it. Let's go.
The Beat Club.
Look, the devil's in the details that most of y'all don't see. I.E. We like dotting I's and crossing all our T's. POV, like a flock of birds moving in a V. Like how some killer whales be moving in the sea. Yeah, we got motion. Walk through the crown around ops who do not rock with us. You know my body, no thotties crowded on top of us. Gold chain, 3D pieces, needing no oculars. VR for you bifocal niggas, see through binoculars. Ain't no back and forth the way these rappers talk. Bad result, like the catafalque, they take your casket off. I catalog, hard to disrespect and all the cap involved. Coupled with the heinous crimes that all these rappers solve. Most of the opposition got no pot to piss in. I won't take the bait to play me out position. Lately I've been optimistic, get up out the district, gotta risk it. Get a box of chicken but without the biscuit. The way we elevate and make them think we floating. And we making it look easy, rubbing it like lotion. Dedication and devotion is what we're promoting. Just know we're never turning back, my nigga, we got motion. Yup. You see what we doing, nigga, we got motion. You see how we moving, nigga, we got motion. Evoking, no emotion from a king. Take notice while we do our fucking thing. The way I run on the track, with the power of a locomotive. They train us all to stay the course. Even on it, niggas won't promote it. Duly noted. You won't derail me, I've been so devoted. Like Al Pacino, let them have it, then I go reload it. Got a ladder on the end of my gun. For anyone who put an end to my fun. Just beginning my run. How it ends is how the pendulum swung. Won't give me flowers, but I'm sending them some. Tell them bite down, nigga. Real killers showing up to the way. Like, look at my word. Karma got you fucking with fate. I caught a body, it ain't up for debate. For a cut of the cake, I move the earth like it ain't nothing to shake. Yeah, go read the credits to my motion picture. And I know it's hard to cope without no drama, mean when motion hit ya. And I'm showing no emotion, nigga. Like my fire gets smoked by a well-known local nigga. Your boy blowing like a Roman candle. Go bananas like I'm Joe Banano. Jason in his open flannel. Close your mouth and go reload your ammo. Ever doubt us? Should we light the house up like a solar panel? Yup. You see what we doing, nigga, we got motion. You see how we moving, nigga, we got motion. Evoking, no emotion from a king. Take notice while we do our fucking thing. Yeah, we got motion.
The Beat Club.
Yeah, fam, he got another one, fam. Yeah, that's what I like about it. Like, you be talking that talk, fam. But you gotta go back and play it back again and again and again and again. That lyricism is top tier, bro.
That's what it is. Like it ain't nothing to shake that.
Come on, fam. That's what we do. All right, Trench, we gotta stop talking about these motherfuckers. We gotta start talking about us some more,
You know what I'm saying? That's culture.
That's just crazy. That one's already out?
No.
Oh, that's
it's exclusive, nigga.
Oh, all right.
All exclusive.
All exclusive.
Yeah, man, it's time to flood the motherfucking market, though. Stop holding on to this music,
but
man.
he's focused on the rollout, though.
Yeah,
we got rollout is crazy.
Yeah, that marketing team.
The marketing
I've
team
been
crazy.
laying low for like 6 years, just stockpiling shit.
You got that one with you too.
Yeah. They ain't know, man.
Yeah, that joint's hard too.
Yeah.
I was talking to Sai about the time he takes with the rollout. The rollout's very, very, very important. I think people don't like. As soon as you get some shit, you want to put it out. You just want to put an album cover.
We were so used to doing that because just being a local nigga, that's what nigga, your boys, drop that joint.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
And I was like, we're not doing that.
We can't keep doing the same.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna get the same results.
Shout out to Skyline too.
Yeah.
Skyline, we gotta.
Oh yeah, we gotta.
Skyline.
Yeah, Keys too.
Keys
the Mogul.
Keys got something heavy.
That's a fact.
That joint is fire.
Shout out to both them brothers, and actually I need a little more ammo.
Need some more ammo?
Yeah, need some more ammo, nigga.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We got the 223s loaded, nigga.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
We ended up getting the Skyline joint off of your joint from the fall.
That shit.
I called you like.
I hit you too. I was like, nigga, I got this shit.
He going
right now.
We making more connections. You hear that? We making more connections.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He had first dibs, but he.
You ain't do nothing with
Nah,
that.
so, hey, that's how the game.
That's the
how
game.
The game goes.
That's the game.
For everybody, man. For everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, it's like I tell people beats are like the avatar. You know when they sit on that motherfucker and they connect the head to the horse. And some shit, the horse chuck them off or whatever. You get one that you connect to it then.
I say they like hoes, man. They for everyone.
Oh, that's hard.
I mean, he's right.
Everybody, the hoes get the beats, though.
Bars. Whole ass beats.
We gonna get into some of you whole ass beats right now. So let's check out what whole ass beats we got in the folder real quick, man. And then we gonna get to this beat battle versus King Yohannes. I think that's important.
Yeah.
I think that's very important. I think King might go like 4-1. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like 4-1.
We shall see.
Blackheart said he sent 5. He trying to take me out.
Yeah, Blackheart. He been in here stealing tags, all types of shit.
Static in here too.
Blackheart's in here today?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
Static's here too.
Yeah, Static in there.
He
Shout
shot
out
2 for 2 on those joints.
Shout out to DJ Static, yo. Salute, bro.
All right, fam. So Trench, who we got next on the chopping block, bro? What's up?
Let's go with No Idea Original with OM Shanti.
All right, let's take a listen right now. Beat Club Podcast, keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go. BCP, let's talk that talk right now. Let us know how you feel about this. I see some fires out there. I see some, some people was kind of feeling it. But I got to talk to the room. Is anybody here cutting this beat? Speak now, forever hold your peace. What's the word?
I was on the fence, but I feel like I can't cut it.
You can do whatever you put your mind to, bro.
Nah. I was thinking artist-wise, like if I heard some bars on this shit, I wouldn't even care. Anything wrong with the beat.
Yeah?
That's what was missing.
That's how I'm listening to it right now.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. I don't think I'm gonna
keep it.
Yeah, I think I might keep it as well. King, you keeping it?
I keep it.
You keep it as well?
Yeah.
Let me go to Marin be hating sometimes. Marin, you good? On a full stomach, Marin be hating. He already ate, bro.
No, I mean, I was the first one that said there's something about it that I like. So, yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's cool.
I'm gonna cut it though. I am gonna cut it because
I know it.
Because I don't have my safe keep it, and it just needs to be elevated. You know what I'm saying? Like it has the potential to be better. Some things need to be removed. You know what I'm saying? And there's arrangement issues, but the foundation of the beat is dope. I like the drum sounds. Mm-hmm. Y'all talking about the bass. I actually like the bass sound, but just the sample just need to be tweaked a little bit. You need to work that part out. So I'm gonna cut it for now.
So the only cut it in the room is you.
That's it.
Sounds like that joint's getting kept, man. Look like we got
slide on
9.
the slide.
I noticed ever since we put that beat tape out, people actually been sending in some quality shit.
Yeah.
You know, they trying to get to 15 again.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna happen today because we got other shit we need to get to.
Yeah,
possible.
We gotta breeze. That's it.
All right, let's breeze real quick. Let's breeze.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you, and I'm gonna put it there again because I think I can probably have like 1 or 2 more beats slide through for this joint with King Yohannes, man. I'm gonna put it right there. If you guys want to smoke with King Yohannes today, we're gonna randomly pick 5 of your beats and put it against the King to see what's good, man. The link is right there, bit.ly/BCP. I want the smoke. Let us know right now. Also, I will say this as well. We are going to be out in Jamaica Plain July 21st. Now that I got your attention.
Yeah, that's next Sunday.
That is next Sunday. I don't know. Does that mean we not going to be here? Nah. We're going to be out in the streets. We for the streets next Sunday. We for the streets.
We belong to the streets.
So if you want to beat battle in front of the public in Jamaica Plain, pull up, let us know. But definitely hit us up in the DM on Instagram or hit up Motivate Marin directly, just letting us know what it is, and we'll make some shit happen. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about that, or are you good?
No, I think we good. Yep, we're gonna be out there like around 2 p.m. I believe is what I'm shooting for in terms of our set time. So it'll be around that time.
Okay.
Look out for the announcements on BCP's IG and on everything. We'll have the time and location. It'll be like it's 493 Center Street, Jamaica Plain. That's the location.
All right, so that's next Sunday. Trench, man, you got like someone that we need to listen to? Like I said, always feel free to skip over whoever you don't want to listen to. Only the people in this room know who you're skipping over. It's fine.
You don't scare me with that.
Nah.
But next up we got C Nice with Nothing But the Gold, all the way from Worcester.
All right, let's say listen right now. B Club Podcast, keep it to cut it. Let's get it. Let's go. It was cool.
Some trill shit.
Someone said some like interlude music and everything. Not my cup of tea today, but it wasn't a bad beat. But I'm gonna cut it just because it wasn't my cup of tea today. So I'm gonna go to the bros to see how it goes there. Motivate Marin, man, you keeping this joint?
Nah, I'm gonna cut it as well. Definitely. Me and Trench was talking about the bass, like it was like completely off. Like the notes were off. So just that alone. Because the bass was what was driving the beat, you know what I'm saying? So you need to fix that. And I would just get a live player for that, honestly.
Send it to Keys.
Yeah, I would get a live player for that. It needs to be a live bass. But yeah, I cut it for now, man.
King Yohannes, man, how you feel?
I agree with Marin. Some of the keys is the notes is off, but once he fixed that, it's a go. I can hear like Bum B on that going crazy.
Exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Trench, man, you agree? What's the word?
Yeah, I gotta cut it only because of the bass, man. Other than that, bass was on point. My type of beat, bro.
Boom. Sounds like some cuts. Let's throw it out there. Oh shit, wrong button. Cut the fuck out of it because I got the wrong button. All right. Trench, man, we still at what? We still like 9 or some shit? Yeah, we was at 9. I had a button.
You say so.
Nah, I believe me.
I believe me.
Yeah, you gotta believe me. Bong.
All right, let's keep breezing, yo.
What we got?
We got Mr. Have a Bad Day with Upside.
Is that the person that GQ threw the flag?
Yeah, that's Q.
Oh,
that's Q.
Q, I hope you shut GQ up, man. That was foul that he did that shit.
That was crazy.
That was foul. But it's all right. We're gonna see what's good right now in the Beacon Podcast. Keep it, cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Upside your head, say oops upside your head. Oops upside your head, say oops upside your head. Say oops upside
upside your head. That's all I kept hearing, man. Let us know how you feel right now, man. I ain't seen no cuts out there. I seen everybody vibing to it. We unanimous?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah, you can't be mad at that.
Progress from I know him for a minute, so that progress of how your production got better is
Yeah, it
dope.
sound clean. Like the mix on it was Sonics were there.
Yeah.
Bro,
it's that funk.
I'm throwing a 10 up on there.
Yeah, that was tough.
We got another one of those?
I don't know. Let's Yeah, man. Let's
What up?
Let's go with the boy Swoop, man.
Swoop, there it is.
There's a lot of names here.
Nah, Swoop was on the Fox and Friends tape.
Yeah,
I wasn't here.
he wasn't, but he was the one who sealed the deal for the tape.
Yeah.
Can never forget him now.
And the beat on that beat tape from Swoop is actually pretty tough. Like, I played that shit in the car. That shit was knocking, bro. So.
Yeah, the whole tape fire.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one or two that could have.
Yeah.
You know, we won't call their names out, but it's all right.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So we ready? Let's get it. Let's go. All right, B Club Podcast, let's talk about it right now. Let me know how you feel about this one. To me, I thought it was cool. I'm glad the bass line kicked in. But something to me is just like, it's not grabbing me. It's cool, but it's not it on my behalf. I'm gonna go to bros to see how it goes, but for right now, I'm gonna cut it. But I'm gonna talk to the team. Anybody else cutting this beat? What's the word?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it as well. I agree. I think the main thing was for me it was the drums, like the drum sounds and drum pattern. I think it just needed better drums. Yeah, me and Sai was saying like the bass line definitely did save it, like kind of it made it. You know what I'm saying? Like
a little naked.
Yeah, but it needs just better drum programming, and it would go. You know what I'm saying? Because like the sounds, like the keys, the chord progression, it was nice. It's groovy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, need some black heart drums, man.
All right. Trenchman, you agree or you disagree? What's the worry?
I agree, but I was still vibing, so I'm gonna keep it. But I know it's a.
I was still vibing. I agree with them, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it and everything. Soup, you already know what it is and stuff. So
just need a better mix.
Yeah, just a better mix. Send it to me. You know I mix.
Facts.
Boom. So we got a couple keeps on that side of the table, but everybody on this side of the table, we cutting the joint? Yeah.
That's 3-2.
Here we go. You know what it is. Got a B plus in math. Come on, let's get it.
That's terrible.
All right. You said it's terrible? A B plus in math?
You should have.
Nigga, I was in calculus, bro.
I don't care.
I went to calculus, bro.
Step your game up, nigga.
Just saying. Was you in calculus?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I just count money.
I did
Nigga. That's it. I just count money. That's it.
All right. Let me go to the next beat, bro. Who else is
Always
next?
talk shit. That's it.
Calculus,
But nah,
bro.
let me see. We got Jers Mayfield in the building.
Love that name.
And I picked the one called Hear Me Louder.
All right, let's say listen right now. B Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Heard too much heat.
I think I heard I think I agree, but I think when they said hear me louder, like the low end shouldn't have been as humming as it was. I don't know, but I don't know. It just it's not what I'm looking for today.
Yeah, it just wasn't it.
It just wasn't it.
That's all.
Thank you, Marin. We cutting it? King, you cutting it? Is this your people's? Is this why you don't want to cut? All right. I
cut it a little bit.
Short fuse.
Cut it just a little bit.
Damn. Let's get to this.
I heard better from Jerry, so yeah.
Yeah. Just yeah. We need something fire, man. We need something because we about to get into the beat battle.
Trench.
Let's go with Darrow Church. Going straight down the line.
All right, Beat Club Podcast. Let's get it. Let's go.
It's a war out here. Mad niggas is dying. You don't want that shit to be you, right?
Nah.
I know you're gonna hold it down, though, you know what I mean? Just be careful, man. These niggas out here ain't even really working.
You know, mama. You're an ill nigga, though. I like your styles, man.
Shorty, I'm a ghost, alright?
All right, man. I don't know if it's because I'm waiting for the beat battle, whatever it is, but my patience for something like this is very thin, man. I'm gonna cut it. I ain't like it.
It's a unanimous cut. It's a unanimous cut across the board.
Do we know why? Was it because of
the mix?
The mix?
It was the mix. And
I mean, I like the attempt of trying to do a different type of drill or whatever you want to call type of beat. You know what I'm saying? Like that cadence. You definitely switched it up. It's a different type of sample. Different drum sounds than you would usually hear on a beat like that.
You said like fuck the listener.
But yeah, it's
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Man,
oh damn.
Yeah, it wasn't it, man.
Cut it. We know Darrow got heat though.
They ain't paying us. Recap that. All right, let's get to something else that we like, man.
We gotta keep it moving.
The liquor is already in that?
Yeah. What you think? I was just drinking some regular deck.
Not because you were saying margarita mix, and I was just.
Well, no, it is the mix, but it's ready to drink. It's made with Jose Cuervo tequila and triple sec.
Oh, gotcha.
So you know what I mean? It's like
super thotty.
Nah, it's not as thotty as what y'all drinking. Not as thotty as what y'all drinking.
Still thotty though, right? Yeah.
Still a little thotty.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Margaritas are thotty.
Yeah, right. Especially when it's ready made already in the joint.
Yeah, you know.
A little slorish. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Mad, these niggas just call my shit thotty. All right, let's get to this next beat.
Next up is my boy Beeline with Sunset Boulevard, man.
All right, let's take a listen. Beat Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
A sense of ease and peace is experienced.
Namaste.
Law was writing bars in his head though.
I think he was.
I think he was. I can't tell because he had the shades on, but
I think he was, but nah.
What? He said, but nah.
Nah.
But nah.
It
wasn't bad though.
It wasn't bad, but come on.
Was it the intro? The intro was underwhelming.
Listen, he set his own bar with the past two beats that he sent. So unfortunately, because you ain't reach your own bar with this beat, I gotta cut it.
Yeah, that's how we feeling.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Once you set your standard on this show, that's it. You fucked up. Cut it. You gotta do that every time or better.
See what the Thoughty Juice drink? The Thoughty Juice, man, how it has our feedback sounding now. We hating everything, bro. Once that shit just went into the red cups, it's all been upside down since then.
Like, you think she got a BBL?
Yeah. Beeline, don't say my bad. You good, bro?
Yeah, hell yeah. You good. You good.
Somebody like it, just not here. That's it.
Y'all keep cementing.
That's it.
Man. Yo, let me ask you real quick, King Yohannes, when you first got cut by us, how did you feel? Was you like, because there's people that like they literally will stop following the podcast, they won't fuck with us, all type. Like, how did you feel in your first cut? Like, what do you remember that moment where you heard some feedback that you thought like, yo, I just sent in a banger, but nah, everybody just like wasn't vibing to it?
Yeah, I had a few that I sent. I had one I said I thought Rivera was really gonna rock with it. He was
that
like,
nigga said,
he
nah.
was like, nah. he was like, nah. I was sitting in the house like, yeah, I thought he was gonna like this. He was like, yeah, them drums. Like, nah, I heard better stuff than that, King. You know better than do that. I was like, all right.
You know better.
Yeah, he hit me with the you know better.
Yo.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. That shit hurt, nigga. That shit would hurt.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I thought I was doing something. I was like, and I was in the comments like, yo, I got something for Mariner here.
Yeah.
He heard it. He was like, nah, bro.
So did you actually like go about it like on purpose? Like, yo, you know, next Sunday I'm gonna send some shit.
Yeah, I got beat of the week next Sunday. Next Sunday.
Yeah, I think I know exactly. I don't remember the exact.
Yo, this shit funny as hell.
Yeah, I'm like, this ain't gonna happen again.
I mean, that's what you want, man. You want your
but that's
people
motivation.
To tell you, yo, that ain't it. If it ain't it, tell me
Yeah,
something.
you gotta have people to tell you that. My cousin like that. Even if it's fire, he be like, yo, that's trash, bro.
Yeah, just to humble you a little
Yeah,
bit. You know?
he like, don't get too hyped, bro. That's whack, bro. I'm like, all right.
Who's your go-to sounding board? Like who hears it first where you like trust their feedback? Even if you think it's dope, like who do you run it past? That just lets you know.
I ain't gonna lie, my kids be in the room with me, so they start moving. I'm like, all right, it's a go.
Yep.
And then.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good litmus test for sure. Yeah.
And then I send it to Saya.
Let me see what's good. Exactly. They're honest.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know? My dad was like, yeah, no, daddy, I don't like. I'm like, well, I was just going through it.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear it's not the final mix. They don't hear none of that. Like it's not. It's just not it.
Fuck is a final mix. That shit's trash.
Their ears is on point. When they start moving and grooving to your joints, that's the one.
There you go.
Fox Style say?
What'd he say?
What'd he say? When I got my first cut, on one of the episodes, I was like bumped them in that light skinned dude.
It's all great. You know what though? We've been a lot kinder. Like if you listen to our first like couple of seasons, we used to really like lean in on folks. Like we were quote unquote mean. We've gotten a lot nicer.
Nah, remember that.
Nah, fuck that.
Nah, we were
because the right way. They was trash.
They're not. Some were trash, but I feel like our feedback once we started understanding and developed like little personal relationships with the producers, we became a little bit more like diet with our feedback, bro. So yeah. What do you say?
GQ.
Oh, you going? It's
GQ say you got crystal light packages in your pocket.
Nah, I don't. But I do drink my pinky up because my belief is you need to have 4 fingers touch the glass, but the pinky get the pass. just to make sure you're drinking right. So is A-okay, man?
Okay, pimping.
Always, bro.
Pimping since been.
But I keep the Crystal Light in the cabinet. I do own Crystal Lights. We got another beat, man.
That nigga Jared said Marin don't like nobody's beats or snares.
It be like that, bro. It be like that. It be like that. But I'm glad at least you said like, all right, cool. Let me go back and make something, and then because some people get discouraged, like they don't do good with feedback. You know what
they gotta have tough skin though, because that's how you get better.
And then don't give a fuck if you like it.
Yeah,
because that's the shit. Like like as a creative, like if I'm dead set, like I like it, I fucking like it. I just get the feedback just to what I'm saying, to feed off the energy, see what people think, throw it out there. But if I like it, fuck y'all niggas anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, this is insane.
Wow.
So I remember when Marin picked me for a battle, and then picked the other beat that was played.
Yeah, he be switching up sometimes. That happens.
That's not a
sometimes.
switch up. That's
the
being
Gemini
honest with
shit, man.
myself.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to just vote for. If Trench joint is better, it's better.
He be like that.
Said stay loyal to your pick.
Yeah.
It's like nah.
But the second listen sometimes.
Yeah,
be a
that
little
second
different.
listen.
Like,
You be like, yeah, this one was better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But shout out to y'all for not being sensitive.
Facts.
Not all of
Getting back in your bag. Because sometimes we done got like death threats and some other shit over beats.
Yeah.
That's
SoundCloud
crazy.
used to go crazy. SoundCloud community was crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, fam.
But go ahead. Last two.
Yep.
Just gonna breeze through them real quick.
Let's breeze through.
Because we ain't about to skip Skyline. Can't do that.
Oh, absolutely not.
But first is Groovy J with Moon and Back.
All right, Beat Club Podcast, keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
He made a little groove.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
All right, I'm gonna just read the room and say there was no head nodding. There was no one talking. They were just listening to how much maybe they didn't like it.
Yeah, the programming, the arrangement, all over the place.
There's some good shit in there, though.
Yes, yeah, for sure. I love dancehall beats.
Yeah.
It was just a little too slow for dancehall though, so I don't even know what you call this shit.
I like the comment.
Black Card said UK vibes, but I'm gonna cut it.
They said creative, just not cohesive.
Oh, nice.
Sold it right there. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that was perfect.
That's it.
Ken, you got something else you want to say about this?
Nah.
All right.
Cut it. All right.
We got one more. Uno más.
Last but not least, Steve Skyline with Icy Derby.
I already like how the wave looked, just off the wave. Let's take a listen right now. Beat Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
You're going to love it. 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 You're going to love it.
letting that sample do that work though. That sample was doing that work.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do, man. You don't.
You don't want to step back and let the sample do what it do. I did see someone mention about the horns kind of clashing a little bit.
Yeah, it was loud.
I'm tapping. Yeah, because I feel like I wanted to have like more of a bass presence. Just a little bit. I heard it, but I felt like the bass could have just did a little bit more. But yeah, it's a cool listen. I don't think I would want to hear an artist on it. It's a cool listen.
I would. What you could. You know what I was hearing? Like I was listening to it. Like is it like especially like if you had no drums for a while, spit with no drums for a while, and then eventually the drums just to let the After the first one, that's what I heard. I was like, that's the way I was listening to it. Like, you can get away with it.
And you're like, as an artist, you're like, nah, I want to drop all that.
Even though the horns were busy, there was still enough space. You could still, the vocals could still cut through over that joint. Yeah. It's kind of like how
that's that boss.
You know, like how like Santorini Grease is. Yeah. That record, that's the horns on that shit is blaring the whole fucking beat, but it's just. The vocals still kind of cut through.
That was a perfect.
Yeah.
So you keeping it based off of that?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I liked it. It was a good instrumental, man. It was dope to listen to.
King Yohannes, man.
That's a keep. Skyline, that was fire.
Trent, you agreeing?
Yeah, keep it. Blackheart said, turn the horns down, and Rick Ross will troll Drake on it.
Facts.
No, that's a fact.
Sound like it's gonna get kept, man. Let's throw it out there.
Say white boy.
White linen music.
Alright. Can we get into some smoke, man? Just before we close out the show, can we get into some smoke, bro?
Yeah.
Alright, man. So you already know what it is, man. It's about that time. King Yohannes versus the BCP. If you guys know how we do this, man, we got some beats. They're randomly numbered. We're going to have you guys pick out a random number. We're going to actually start with someone in the room first just to set it off. And then King Yohannes is going to answer back.
Word.
All right? So, I'm actually going to ask, Ran on the beat.
What up?
Pick a number between 1 and 9.
My favorite number. Let's go with 3.
All right, Trench. I don't know if you see that folder, if it's there.
Yeah, I got it.
I see.
All right, so we gonna run it for like a minute and a half, and then King Yohannes has to answer back. This is let me make sure we good here. Oh man, I can't see the name, but y'all laughing at it already. All right, cool.
Nah, not the name. Smoke.
Okay. Wow. Trench, man, who's up against King Yohannes for round 1?
It is Mark Music.
What's the joint called? We got a name or not?
Mark 4? I don't know.
Sounds creative to me. All right, round 1, BCP versus King Yohannes. Let's get it. Let's go.
Mark Music.
You know, we do whatever we do to survive. Right?
Drop it.
King Yohannes, man, what are you answering that beat with for round 1?
We go with warming up.
All right, let's get it. Let's go.
King, you gotta chill.
I'm going to ask the room, man. Are we going with the king or are we going with Mark? Anybody for Mark say yay? Not a damn thing. King got that one?
Yeah, hands down.
All right. We got 1 for King. 0 for BCP, man. Damn. We'll put that out there. All right, man. Trench, did you already ask somebody to throw out another number?
Yeah, I got a number from GQ.
Okay. What GQ say?
He said number 1.
Who's that?
That's Keith Knox.
Oh. Now we're getting interesting. Okay. And the name's fucked up, so I don't even know what's coming our way.
We don't know the title.
All right, man. You already know what it is.
Number 9 trillion 2.
Round 2, BCP versus King Yohannes. Let's get it. Let's go. That's round 2. King Yohannes, what are you wearing turn back with?
Wave. Yeah, we're going to go with wave.
We ready? Round 2, let's go.
Yo, King, you gotta chill.
Around the room and see what's good with this one here. Merrin, man, who you pick?
Yeah, I probably would go with King on this one, too.
Trench.
Yeah, it was cleaner.
I think I agree with that statement.
It was cleaner.
There was a point in the Keith Knox joint that got a little messy for me towards towards like the end of when we were about to hit the bell. So I'm gonna go with King on this one as well. Sai, I don't know if you biased. So I'll even ask you.
No,
All right.
I'm not biased. I'll give my direct opinion because he built for it. You feel what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But that wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? King got that.
2-0 King Yohannes. You feeling good? You feeling confident about this? All right.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Who we got with the next number, Trench? Anybody else got the next number out there?
Yeah, Black Card gave the number. It was number 4.
Number 4?
Yep. Number 4 is Anka with Fogo.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what.
Oh, man.
Shout out to my CVs. That's what that sound like, fool.
Oh, see. Yeah. All right. Round 3. BCP versus King Yohannes. Let's get it. Let's go.
O baile vem abaixo e o teu coração balança. Segura esse soco no peito que o castelo está em chamas. A concorrência treme, sabe que quem manda a gente. Se liga quem tá do outro lado, que aqui a chata é quente. O baile vem abaixo e o teu coração balança. Segura esse soco no peito que o castelo está
sai daqui queimando a gente. Se liga quem tá do outro lado, que aqui a chapa é quente.
O baile vem abaixo e o teu coração balança. Segura esse soco no peito que o castelo está em chamas. A concorrência é preta, sai daqui queimando a gente. Se liga quem tá do outro lado, que aqui a chapa é quente.
Uno, two, tres. On the floor. Lady, get in line. Let me see your best. That's why. Lady, get in line. Let me see your best. That's why. Baby, get in line. Let me see your best. That's why. Move every part of your spine. No conflict.
Put the vibes.
King Yohannes, man.
Yeesh.
They're trying to come for your neck right now.
That was tough.
That was pretty tough, man.
Yeah.
Man thought I beat of the week on that.
Yeah, that's definitely beat of the week.
Who we got, King?
I'm gonna go with Nightmare. He tried to throw an axe at me.
All right, round 3. Let's get it. Let's go.
You think you can kill me?
Oh, hello, creeps.
I come from this world.
Yo, King, you gotta chill.
Your nightmare continues.
Every night, when you lie in bed, you wonder if you locked the door or saw a shadow move. Every creak, every groan, every tap in the wall, you'll sing with me.
We shall stand and spit venom at our tormentors for eternity! Your nightmare continues.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That was a good counter.
Definitely a great counter.
Trench, what's your vote?
Great counter, but it was one part where it was going. It wasn't to the T on point as clean as the other one. So that's the only reason I'm choosing the other beat.
Yeah,
that's it.
He went crazy. He went crazy.
Whoever Anka is.
Yeah.
Motivate.
Yeah, I'm going with Fogel.
Yeah, Fogel got that.
I'm going with Fogel. That was
insane.
Dope. That was a dope battle right there.
It was.
That was just, it was
I'm
just
glad you had that in your folder.
Yeah, me too.
Comparable joint. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If you didn't have one of those,
yeah.
That was the throwaway.
I was like, let me put that in there just in case.
Sai.
I love the first one, but that second one, King got it. I'm gonna say this though, right? Because the first one would definitely shock me. But my vibe is more the other one.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go with the first one as well, just because it was different. Even though the vocals kind of drove most of it, it was fire. I didn't have to understand what the hell was being said. It was just fire.
It was tough.
Yeah. So we got 2-1 King. 2-1. BCP, you guys are doing all right, but you're not taking down the King just yet. We got round 4 to get to. Trench, who we got?
I guess I'm gonna pick because nobody. I was gonna go with 6 anyway.
Who's 6? Who's you?
Fox Styles.
Oh shit.
With nothing.
Round 4. Let's get it. Let's go.
Let's go, Fox.
Fox Styles on the beat.
This shit right here, nigga, is nothing. This shit is nothing. It's nothing.
This shit right here, nigga, is nothing. Remember that shit I gave you last week? It's nothing. This shit right here, nigga, is nothing. It's nothing. This shit right here, nigga, is nothing. This shit right here, nigga, is nothing. It's nothing. This shit right here, nigga, is nothing.
King Yohannes, they're coming for you, bro.
Yeah.
Who you got next?
Yeah, they gunning for me. We're gonna go with the one.
Sounds about right. Round 4. Let's get it. Let's go.
King, you gotta chill.
All right, we're going to go around room. Marin, you vote?
Yeah, that's King for sure on that one. Clear cut.
Trench.
Fox on that one.
Sai.
It's tough.
It's tough. Yo, Red like, what?
Yo, it's tough. But
Yeah, to me it's not close either. Yeah, the Fox one.
The swing on this one is better to me.
So you going with that one?
We gotta hear why you picked Fox. I'm just curious.
Oh, it was dope. It was dopey. But I hear y'all.
Red saying it like you about to get jumped.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Me either. I didn't hear it. I thought it was cool.
This one sucked me in from the beginning. Like, rip, it just drew me.
I let that one slide.
He let that one slide on the slide.
These niggas.
Yo, he's crazy.
And we gonna hit the pause button on that.
Yo, he's stupid.
Damn.
He's stupid.
That's that
drink.
TD Jakes right there. Have you ever been
Oh
swallowed?
my God.
Yo, King is stupid.
Have you ever been swallowed whole?
Yeah. As soon as he started laughing, I already knew.
Yo, they all say, hey.
Yeah.
I ain't do it. I ain't do it.
Rain on the beat, man. How you feel about that?
I just didn't think it was close.
You going with King?
King killed that.
All right. It sound like everybody going with King on that one,
Mm-hmm.
except one Fox style. So King right now is at 3-1. So I'll put this out there. No producer on this platform has made it to 4 or 4-1.
Word.
So if you do this, you can talk some more shit. That's all I'm saying. Do we have a number, Trench, that's been thrown out there yet?
Yeah, Jer said number 2.
Number 2. Who's number 2?
Number 2 is Mark Music. It's called Scheme.
All right. This right here is round 5. Can King Yohannes make it 4-1? We'll find out right now. B Club Podcast, round 5. Let's get it. Let's go. So we're just going to go straight to this last beat. Because we only told King Yohannes to send over 5. It's not like he got a variety to pick from like we got over here. So what's this joint called?
Truest Form.
Round 5, King Yohannes. Let's get it. Let's go.
King Yohannes putting on for Royal Crowns Productions.
BCP, we went through all 5 beats, 5 for 5. We decided that, one did beat King, but I got to ask the team right now, did this one, was this the round that King took? We're going to find it right now. Did anybody believe that Mark won this? Not Mark Maron, but the other Mark.
Yeah.
Did Mark take this one?
Yo, Jers, you got to chill.
Nah. Jers.
What you say?
Are we all voting for King?
Say y'all hoes did bad.
No.
Yeah. Everybody's picking King at this point?
Yeah, it was clear. It was
all right,
clear
I was just asking just to be nice.
It was clear cut. He got the dub.
All right, man. So we got 4-1 King Yohannes on the B Club Podcast. King Yohannes versus BCP. BCP, we got to do better. We got to do better.
I mean,
King Yohannes flew over here. Decided he was taking 4 home with y'all, man. Took y'all dog tags and he's taking them home, man.
On the dead homies. On the spirit.
On the spirit.
He
Damn, man, damn.
You got to pay extra to bring the dog tags on the plane.
So,
right.
King Yohannes, man, I just wanted to give you this moment to kind of just tell people where they can reach you at, how they can hit you up. If they don't know you yet, just like let them know how they can reach out to you and, and how you guys can work. The floor is yours, bro.
Yeah, Instagram, best place to catch me, king.yohannes.beats. Hit me up. I'm always willing to work, collab, and do things. So, hit me up. I'm working. So, looking forward to working with everybody.
Boom, man. Anything else you want to say? That's
Know.
at the end of the show.
I know, right? That's at the end. Now just, some of my guys, Ryan, Rand, Sia Law, Inspector Deck, Big Daddy King. Appreciate all of y'all. Y'all provided me with a way to get my music heard started here, where I get to play. So salute to y'all too. So yeah.
Man, thank you for pulling up, bro. Definitely do appreciate it. I'm glad that you felt like the podcast helped you out in some form or fashion. We don't always understand the impact that we have out there, you know what I mean? But I'm glad that we're hearing that you're doing well from something that we had like a little bit of an impact and I thought Juice got him speaking the truth.
Yeah. Oh, Lumos.
What happened? Talk that talk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We got a EP coming out. Yeah, and then this called Lumos, so that's gonna be the song. I sent the song too, so that if y'all want to hear that, that's gonna be dropping soon.
I want to hear what beat he talking about.
What, the joint Lumos?
Yeah.
We can do a sample. Want to just pull it up a little bit? Find out. So when is it coming out?
We're still
working on the date.
Yeah.
But he sent that to y'all.
Play now? Yeah, go for it. Pull up for a second.
Let's get it.
A little snippet.
Yeah. Feel that? Yeah. Oh yeah. See the light now. Hopefully you niggas see too. This is for kings whenever we crown. They watching everything that we do. I'm 2020 with the foresight. Don't let nobody shut off your.
He said that's enough. That's enough. That's not the one.
That's not the one.
Right mix.
I'm just play either
MBH.
Oh, you can do MBH. Eat it raw.
Eat it raw. Yeah.
Everybody
What a
got
way to end the show.
Ain't no pause though.
Nah, it ain't.
Huh?
There ain't no
Yeah, I
pause.
remember that. I remember that.
That's
Eat
good.
it
Vegetables
raw,
or something?
nigga.
Eat it raw.
I ain't know.
Yeah, eat it raw. Eat it raw.
Gotta stay healthy out this bitch.
We just pull this up real quick.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
I got a style everybody buy, an outfit for everybody type. Dress to kill, catch a body right. Demon time, take somebody wife, eat it raw.
Yeah. My style is so rare, yeah, eat it raw. Your opinion, I don't care when I leave a store. If I like it, I'm aware. No, your vision is impaired like a pussy with no hair. Yeah, eat it raw. ODB, Brooklyn night shit. Oh, baby, hit the light switch. Wear that bike shit. Most designers on that hype shit. Overpriced it. I won't cop it, I don't jack shit if I don't like it. Like a psychic. Read your mind, I'm a flight risk. Taking off, no permission needed like a side chick. Pay the cost for the right fit. Get your nightly. At the afties, we light shit, lower the lights quick. See me dripping in that lifeguard, red and white trick. Save a life shit, catch a body, get my wife it. Get them dizzy bitches, no rhythm like a white shit. And I'm all in like a weighing every time I strike shit. Influential on my back anytime I like. Red capsule, put my captions in a kind of light. All my pieces are like all the numbers right. Like a dream, I got the bark, they don't got the bite. Eat it raw. We women lifeguard influential.
Eat it raw.
We women Farragut, the essentials.
Eat it raw.
We jack off white Virgil upload.
Eat it raw.
Hit the light switch with that bite shit.
I can see so many using eat it raw after that. Yeah.
Eat it raw.
That's we're gonna find out more about that in 2025. That's gonna come out.
Yeah, around there.
All right. Y'all need to make I don't know. I can see like a TikTok challenge or something.
The
Like
eat
that,
it
the
raw
challenge. Yeah. Just saying marketing. Just marketing. All right. So this is what we're gonna do, man. Marin did throw out a beat of the week. We're gonna throw it out there while we talk our talk before we close out this show. This joint was from New Zealand.
Yep.
So I'm gonna play this in the background. Cause this shit is crazy. I'm gonna go to Motivate Marin. Talk that talk, man. What's the word?
Listen, like I always say, love is the answer and the cure. Check on your loved ones. Let them know that you love them. Another dope episode of BCP, man. Super dope to meet you. Formerly King. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying when I was talking to him. I'm like, yo, it's dope. The way the community is like I thought that I had already met him. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, this is going to be the first time we actually seen each other and shit. So it's like family, man. So salute to you and all your future endeavors. And I'm glad you linked up with these brothers. Like I said, these guys don't fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Men, you know what I'm saying? So you with the right team. And definitely shout out to J Hatch, man. It was good to see him as well. Glad he's on the up and up, doing better with his health and still making shit happen. Salute to you, my brother. Also, next week, next Sunday, we will not be in the studio. We will be live, Open Streets, Jamaica Plain. Pull up. I believe the address here is 493 Center Street, Jamaica Plain. We'll be going up around 2 p.m. I'm going to be out there all day, so just pull up on us, man. It's a good vibe. Bring your kids. Bring the family out. It's about 2 miles of open street with all type of activities and things to do. But most importantly, BCP will be there live. Pull up. We're going to have some dope energy, man. But real dope show today, man. We've been on here for, what, 3 hours plus? Shit.
3 hours, 18 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Trench, anything else you got to say?
Nothing crazy, man. Just shout out to y'all for taking a chance on your art, submitting it to the show. Keep submitting. Make sure it's fucking fire, man. Don't be sending some baby soft beats during a battle, nigga. It's backwards. But yeah, peace and love to y'all, man. We out.
All right. Can you pull that beat up one more time?
What up?
Can you pull that beat
Oh,
up
the
one
beat.
more time?
My
Yeah.
fault. I can't hear shit.
I
got you.
All right. Size, anything you want to say as well? I got the microphone right here if you want to.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope to be back. See you guys still working. Me and Ram might like to talk to y'all about some shit.
Do it.
You know what I'm saying on the flip side. But it's dope to see this come full circle with King.
Yeah.
And we picked him for the Serpent's Bite beat podcast mixtape. We picked him as the winner. I got to join with that. So yeah, it's nice to be here. Shout out to all y'all brothers. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Ran, anything you want to say? I know you the
Ran always in the cut.
He's in the cut, man. Let me just put him on camera. Anything you want to say?
He barely wanted to be on camera.
Thanks for coming out.
Good night and God bless.
My brothers already said it, man. It was good to have everybody in the room. It was a really dope show today. Thank you to everybody that tuned in and tapped in with us. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely go ahead and subscribe. We need your subscriptions, need your follows, need the love and support. If you heard a producer that should have been on the show today, tell them beatclubpodcast.com is where they can go and upload that file any given time. And yeah, it's just a dope platform because once it gets heard here, it also goes to all the DSPs as well. So your name will be out there as much as we can push it. You know what I mean? So just give it a shot, give it a go. Marin already said what he was going to do for next Sunday. And then once again, shout out to King Yohannes just for being fucking consistent. Because doing what you're doing when it comes to art and your art, sometimes it might not be accepted the first, second, or third time. You might hear no's a bunch of times. But all it takes is that one yes. That one yes to let you in the door. And once you get that one yes, you better show the fuck out. So, with that said, man, enjoy yourself and understand you only got 6 Saturdays left in this summer. Live it up. Flap who you want to flap. Just strap it up. And have a good time. You got to flap it up and strap it up. Put Dr. Seuss in this bitch. All right, man, because I can say it on radio, I'm going to say it right now. We out.